What up, everybody? Welcome to the Lack of Thought podcast, brought to you by no one except for us.
Nice little intro with the little news.
Yeah, you like that?
That's very nice. I enjoyed that creativity.
Cool. What's up, everybody? My name is JD. This is Mike on the other side there, the producer of the show here, brought to you by Bandhouse Productions. And on the phone we have
Slim Kami.
Actually, we call you KK, apparently.
Chief Lefty Correspondent.
KK, no less.
I am Chief Lefty Correspondent KK, also aka Slim Kami.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up? What's up?
I guess we can wait for a second, see if anybody else watches.
Yeah.
What's going on in everybody's world right now?
Oh, you know, I actually had a pretty good view today. My day was pretty nice.
Was it good?
It was great.
You're not being facetious, are you?
No, I'm being honest.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I had a pretty good day today. Got to go out in the woods, got to do a nice little AV job, and got to enjoy the scenery, which is very rare. I love the water.
It was good scenery, for sure. KK, what about you?
Having a good day, sitting in my house next to my little kitty cat, little stray, passed out after he ran around like a crazy bitch, and now I'm here joining the phone call. It's been a good day.
I also hear you're on your lunch break, huh?
I'm currently on my lunch break.
Nice.
So I have about an hour. I have about an hour to join you guys for fisticuffs, and then I'm going to have to bust out.
An hour long?
Oh, we just had somebody join us.
Wow, who joined us?
Sorry, my bad.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
It's Jimmy John.
It's not like anybody else has anything to do in this world.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope.
What the hell?
Wrong foot.
How's your day in Texas going there?
It's beautiful, man. It's just lovely.
Nice sunny day
Nice
out?
weather.
Are you being facetious?
It's nice weather today. It's not too bad.
That's good.
Little hot.
It seems to be a beautiful day outside today.
Yeah.
It's always a good
Yeah,
day
you
when
guys
you
are
get the
having some
vitamin D.
nice ass weather up there.
Yeah, it's definitely
Well,
beautiful
yesterday
up
and today.
I don't jinx it now. It'll be storming tomorrow.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
No problem. You know, just looking out for you. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Looking out for us. Oh, we got some different camera angles today.
Yeah.
Got some what?
Different camera angles.
Oh, yeah?
Right camera,
Nice.
left camera,
Well, I can't see you guys, so I don't know.
center camera.
Oh, get on the Twitch.
He's on his phone.
Oh.
He's not allowed to multitask.
They're all angles
Yeah.
of JD. You don't have any angles of the control room. What's going on? What's going on?
Thank
Hard
God
fail.
it ain't all angles of you, okay?
Ah, come on. I got nice angles.
You look like a freaking terrorist.
Can you say
Well,
that?
I mean, you.
It's okay. It's all right. Why are you even on here? I thought you were working.
I'm on lunch. I let my team know that I'm on lunch.
Oh.
He's on lunch.
I have an hour to accost you guys, and then I gotta bounce.
All right,
Well-
well, let's dive into our first story, and this is a good one.
Oh, I'm excited about this one for sure.
Governor Inslee.
Is Liz in here too?
No. Plus, we don't use people's names.
Don't use the government names. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on, baby. I gotta throw this away.
What's wrong
Hold
with you? No, it's just the four of us today. So our first story, which is a fantastic story, is Governor Inslee in the state of Washington is not running for a fourth term.
Woo! That's exciting.
I have to say I'm indifferent to that. Like, I just, as a lefty, like, I don't carry the weight. I don't really see what he's done. And I'm like, I know you guys hate him, so I'm just like, you know what? At least it'll keep you guys from bitching about it for another 4 years. So hell yeah.
Well, I mean, and you brought up a really good point there, even though you probably don't realize it, is that you don't see what he's done, and neither do we. And that's the point. He's done nothing but ruin this state, this beautiful, lovely state.
I've
And
seen what's happened to Seattle since I moved here in 2008, and going to downtown now. It used to be so much fun, just a bunch of hipsters having fun, and
Well,
now it's just a bunch of crackheads
I can't-
everywhere pissing
We can't
in
put that
windows.
completely on him, though. That's the Seattle City Council, who is just
Okay.
garb as well. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
shit.
wait.
Inslee didn't even know that fucking Chaz was going on.
Yeah, he
I
didn't
mean,
Hold on.
can't-
how do you not know
Hold
that?
on. Garage, did you just defend Governor Inslee?
I said that Seattle is not all his fault.
You just defended him.
I did.
Good on you. We're making progress. We're making progress.
Well, I'm not I'm not a monster. I mean, I can't blame the guy for every single thing. Now his going after the Second Amendment, I'm not fucking happy about at all.
Yeah, I don't know what governor, unless they're a tyrant, would allow that to go through, knowing that the Constitution exists. And
That's
the
because China's in his pocket.
Well,
yeah, but we have a constitution for the entire country, and that's a
And the
lot more
state.
important than the state constitution. And even in the state constitution, it still mentions the Second Amendment. So
Actually, I mean, the state constitution just about give us more rights than the federal constitution. So
Yeah.
let me ask you guys this: Is the Constitution more important than the Bill of Rights?
they're supposed to work hand in hand, buddy.
Okay.
when we refer to the Constitution, we are referring to the Bill of Rights as well. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna parking lot that for later. Go on.
All right.
He's doing a Google search about the Bill of Rights currently.
Oh no, I already Googled it. It's not
It's
an
on
amendment.
Reddit,
It's in the Bill of Rights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm reading this off about back of a "Let's Go Brandon" bumper sticker.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we should have like a cool little swoop in animation that has like a "Let's Go Brandon" bumper sticker that just pops up or something whenever he says
We
that.
could do
Or
that.
Like, or like have one of those like horns that you hear in like a basketball game.
How about the little Reddit mascot every time you guys mention Reddit? Because I mean, you
That's
guys
not a
mention
bad
that way
idea
more.
either.
Yeah.
Way
Just
more.
have like quirky
We only
animations,
mention
you
it
know?
because you use it as your primary news source.
That's what you guys say. Anyways, let's move on. Let's not go down this road. This could take all hour.
Nobody
That's fine.
nobody posts Reddit articles to the chat besides you.
That
Okay,
is
so
true.
first of all, Reddit is a amalgamation of articles everywhere, and I read through stuff that is obvious bullshit, and I don't post that. So
Well-
it's just somebody posts something on there. It's not from Reddit. It's somebody who posted something on Reddit. So all those Instagram
You post
conspiracy
a Reddit
theories and all those
article, though.
Facebook conspiracy theories you guys post, basically you're telling me you get all your news from Facebook and Instagram like Grandmama does.
No, I
Hey,
actually
like I
had-
said, I'm not into political shit, okay? I just post fucked up shit, that's all.
Yeah.
I just talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, so I actually posted a reliable news source that actually leans left, by the way, and
The-
I purposely
The New
posted
York
that.
Post.
Yes. New
Don't
York
know where the
Post is
rooster's
left
at,
leaning,
Deacon.
We have
It's
roosters.
not out here, baby.
but
The
the
rooster is roosting somewhere.
I think we have 5 roosters now.
Damn.
so the point of the comment was if you're gonna post a Reddit link, post the article within that Reddit link instead of the Reddit link itself.
Mail.
All right, I'll do that.
Well, there may not be an
Or you
article
can
attached.
post both. Well,
No, there's always articles attached. There's always articles attached.
Yeah,
every
so you
single
can
time.
post a Reddit link so that way we can get their opinion of what you're agreeing with, and then the article that it relates to, so that I can actually look up that article and see what's going on and give you 2 cents. So we have a valuable argument here.
Okay, so I get it. So because you guys are lazy, I have to go the extra mile and click twice to send the link.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
doesn't
too
that
much.
sound
You're right.
familiar?
You're the one
Doesn't
on that
that
website.
sound
Got
familiar?
it.
Call the fucking kettle black, will we?
That's racist.
Just about.
That's because it's used, okay? Anybody who doesn't use a kettle would not be black.
I don't.
Let's walk away from that one. Let's keep moving.
Oh, what? You never cooked either in your life?
Let's keep walking. Let's not lose any of our sponsors or subscribers.
Oh, I found my preview. Oh, thank goodness. All right.
All right. So anyway, Inslee not going back for governor for his 4th term.
So, I mean,
That makes me think.
is he going to run for president again?
That
No.
really makes me think that he's got a shoe in somewhere else, whether he's going to try for a Senate or a Congress position, for him not to want to run for governor. He's got to be given something up for that. You know what I mean?
What do you think, KK?
Honestly, like, dude, like, as the chief left-wing correspondent, I don't know shit that Inslee has done. I just now found out he ran in 2020, like Googling it.
You
Like, I'm
just-
trying to find out what has he done for Washington.
You just found out?
I mean, it's such a footnote. Like, dude, like, I just don't care.
Well,
I just
let's-
don't care.
Let's bring up your favorite person in the world. So Trump called him out about Chaz and Chop, and
I have to go throw up.
Inslee said that he had no idea what Trump was talking about, and everything in Seattle was fine.
Yeah,
How does
I was actually up there during that time.
How does a
Okay,
governor
so-
not know what the fuck is going on in their own state that they have to publicly humiliate themselves and saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Seattle's fine.
Well,
Well-
sir, first of all, where does he live? Where is his house? Is it in the
He
west
lives in
side
the
of
governor mansion in Olympia.
in Olympia?
Yeah, but what does
Oh,
that
okay.
matter?
Yeah,
He's in
that's
charge of
way
the
far
state.
away.
And
It's
yeah,
way far
what
away.
and where's the capital of Washington state?
Olympia.
And how the fuck did he not know what was going on in Seattle?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
have you ever driven from Olympia to Seattle? It's like a 40-minute drive.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
how
the
do
rest
you,
of us know?
Dude,
I don't live close to
the
Seattle.
yard to
Okay.
the Congress is like a
Have-
block away, and his whole job of being a governor is knowing what's going on in the state.
Have any of you been to Chaz or Chop?
Yeah.
Drove by it.
Yeah,
I was in it. I was there. I took pictures. I hung out. I bought stuff. I had a great time. When there was like a 2-week period when it was completely fine. So it was like the riots,
fake news.
then 2 weeks of peace, and then all the insanity.
Oh, you mean, all the people who died and all the women who got used and abused, essentially?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Is-
talking
is
about.
kinda
And the
the,
guy handing out like AK-47s or AR-15s from the back of his Tesla. That piece of shit too. Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Tesla.
Yeah, there was a guy handing out guns in from the back of his Tesla, and he was on video doing that. Dude, during COVID, I followed all of Chaz Chop, like from the very first
You
riot.
didn't get you an AK? Damn.
What?
You didn't get yourself an AK?
How does someone who doesn't know anything about politics know more than the governor does?
No shit.
The governor doesn't follow Reddit. There it is.
I don't think that's the case. I think that he just doesn't know how to govern.
I think honestly, it's obvious deflection, like most politics. Almost everyone pleads the fifth in politics. Donald Trump very famously pleaded fifth like 1,000 times in like a bunch of his trials. So yeah.
Pleaded,
The guy
you
who
said
just
pleaded the what?
talks endlessly, just vomits words out of his mouth, all of a sudden pleads the fifth. Like, how does that work?
Well, if you know anything about the Constitution, what is the Fifth Amendment?
To not incriminate yourself by. I don't know the exact definition. It's
No,
like, don't
it's-
talk if you don't have to.
It's the same thing that officers will tell you when you're being arrested.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
You have the
Yeah,
right
right
to remain silent.
That's it.
Anything you say
Oh my God.
can and will be used against you in the court of law, and you
I
have the right to
seriously
an attorney.
wish Donald Trump tattooed the fifth and just like took like one of those like monastery vows to just be just the fifth.
Well,
But
anybody,
Remain silent.
You are correct in the fact that it is a right for you not to incriminate yourself. So that is correct.
yeah, and
Boom, bitches. Boom.
with everything that's been going on, I mean, how hard is it to clip something that someone says, make a video, and then it's completely defamation, right? But then when they post the truth, it's like it gets 3 or 4 likes. Oh, actually, this really happened, right? So they post the bullshit first, and it gets millions of views, and then they post an article after that, and they're like, well, actually, that didn't happen.
So let
Right.
me tell you a
Nobody
little
pays
something
attention to
about
that
Reddit,
shit.
because that happens all the time. You've got like the crazy mob like jumping in on the first inflammatory thing, and then somebody posts the rest of the video, and everyone's like, "Wow, that other video was bullshit." It's not a hive mind; it's actually left and right all over. Reddit was responsible for the Dawn. I don't know if you guys heard of that. It was the most right-wing pro Donald Trump thing of all time. It came from 4chan. Reddit has tons of far right far right subreddits. So I don't know why you guys keep telling me it's like a left wing.
Well, they also have
Crap.
far left, far left, far left. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah, it's
doesn't
a
matter.
balance.
It's
It
not
had
a
both.
specific. It's not a specific group.
It's a forum.
It's the articles that you send are far left leaning, Conrad.
It's a conglomerate of forums. Oh yeah,
Tommy.
obviously because I'm left leaning.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So,
But
Jesus Christ.
what I'm
Anyways,
saying
that's
is that you don't post right-leaning articles and be like, this is actually
Why
a
would
good
I?
statement, right?
Why would I do that? You
Be-
guys already know all that shit.
Because you're supposed to be non-biased, right?
I am not non-biased. I'm the chief lefty correspondent.
Mm.
Look at that. It just came up on screen.
And he's proud of that.
Yeah, I'm proud of that.
So yeah, the other article that I sent to you, sent to the group chat, was talking about how his current court case with the porn star is postponed at the moment because evidence had came out that Michael Cohen actually paid the porn star from himself and was not reimbursed from Trump whatsoever from any accounts, and it's in the lawyer document to the court that was submitted. That's the paper that I sent you, and you're like, well, I can write a letter too. I'm like, yeah, you can, but it's
Yeah,
not
the letter
legally
that you
binding
sent.
contract.
Okay, so for the last like 5-6 years now, we've had the admission, and Cohen testified in court. He testified in front of like whatever Congress, whatever. He was sent to jail for that,
Yep.
and so now all of a sudden now he's backtracking. That's really weird.
Yeah, Cohen's a snake in the grass, man, because he also said at the very beginning that Trump was innocent and then backtracked because his fucking neck is on the line. And then he said, no, Trump actually did this. And then now he's getting backtracked again because of his lawyer that he used. And the what do they call it? The firm, the legal firm, says that they'll no longer work for him or support him in the court of law. And the attorney general that's currently going after Trump currently has no case at all. I mean, 30 cases of something where Trump has all these miscellaneous, what do they call it, misdemeanors, and that AG is saying that they're all felonies, which is bullshit. So,
Well, why is it illegal to fucking get a porn star anyways?
it's through
It's
campaign
using
funds.
campaign funds. So let's look at here. Southern District of New York. Michael Cohen pleads guilty in Manhattan federal court to 8 counts, including criminal tax evasion and campaign finance violations. Who
Mhm.
was he working for? This is from 2018.
Yep.
Johnny Trump.
Yeah, and he was also fired for that when Trump found out.
Yeah, obviously Trump is the kind of guy who'll burn bridges. Like, I don't know if you guys ever worked for a guy like that. I sure as fuck have. I worked for a guy who had a Donald Trump, like whatever the hell it is, like the powers of like grifting, whatever that book is called, on his desk. And he was the biggest piece of shit who, just like Trump, evaded, lied to everyone, made us falsify documentation, and like never paid his subcontractors. That's exactly what Trump is. That's why I hate that guy. I don't know. You guys are contractors. You guys work contracting work. How do you support a guy who stiffs people who work for him? How do you support that?
You don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
If you're not getting paid, you're not working for him. So, I mean, there's that.
Yeah.
No, if you did the work and you never got the payment, we all know how contracting works. There's like a 30-day, 90-day, whatever.
Yeah, but
Net
it's also
10, net
who
30.
you work for too. You know what I mean? Like the net 10 and net 30 is regarded to buying wholesale items, not doing contracting work. You know what I mean?
That is incorrect.
That is
100%
incorrect.
100%
Well,
incorrect.
And that term came up from the wholesale agreement. So whether it's used
Okay,
in
no, it
commercial
doesn't matter where the
environments
term
for
came
doing
from.
work,
You're incorrect.
What I'm
Contractors
not-
work on net 10, net 30, net 90.
will you let me go on?
I have professional experience in this. When it comes to net is the amount of time that the customer is given to pay their invoice. So, for example, a net 15 or a net 30, that means they have, if it's a net 15, they have 15 days to pay that invoice, or a net 30, they have 30 days to pay that invoice. That's how I do my invoicing.
Yeah.
And that's how the contractor I worked for 5 years also did their invoice. So
I'm not saying it's not used in the commercial environment for contractors or anything like that. I'm saying that it didn't originate through that.
I feel that's irrelevant.
If you're in the chat, say hello. We want to know who's here. Right now, we got an open discussion. But Governor Inslee's not coming back, so that's awesome. I hope
Yes.
he doesn't run for president again. Actually, I really hope he doesn't do anything. That would be more awesome.
If he runs again, it's not going to go anywhere. No one's going to vote for him.
Yeah, YouTube was already sending me little videos of Joe Biden begging for money. Oh, let's.
Just like DeSantis is begging Joe for money because his state is completely flooded while he's out touring in Korea.
Yeah, well, I'm not voting for DeSantis either, so.
No, that one's got a tail, baby.
I don't know. Cohen pleads guilty to federal charges during his guilty plea. $130,000 in HUD money.
Yeah, and then in order to save his neck, he's trying to give up Trump as if, Trump's this big prize, which, I mean, in this case, it would be. How much money Cohen would get. I mean, like, most of his criminal record would probably get wiped away if he was able to prove that Trump was the instigator in this case, right? And I'm not saying that Trump is innocent. I'm just saying Trump is a lot smarter than most people you'll ever meet in your entire life. He's got no
That's
paper
really
trails.
sad. That is so sad.
He's got more
Yeah,
paper
he didn't
trails.
get rich from nowhere.
Yeah, he's got more paper
Yeah, he
trails
took
that
money
aren't
from his
directly
daddy
attached to
and
him.
stole it from people. We talked about that.
Well, how many people haven't taken a loan?
No, he took money from his daddy.
He didn't take money from his daddy. He asked
he
for
did.
a loan, $1 million loan. I read the entire fucking several articles, matter of fact. He took $1 million loan from his dad. His dad helped him invest in this. And he went bankrupt. And the cool thing is with bankruptcy is that you can bankrupt a company, open the same company back up, and change the name of it. That's the way business works.
Grifting.
The only
he made
shitty
his
thing
money
is
grifting.
that people who were working from that company originally and had a 401k or a pension lose everything. And then the new business starts over, and it's up to that employer to
So
give
you're
them the
saying-
remaining pension.
You're
or
saying if a
401k.
company fails, then you're grifting if you start a different company?
Yes, if exactly what you just said. If your company fails and you don't pay any of your contractors and you make away with that money, every one of your employees loses all their 401k, everything else, but you still make out with that money. That is the definition of grifting.
That's not the situation. So in order to complete a bankruptcy, you have to pay what is owed, right? So whoever the bankruptcy is for, whether it's a bank or an entity or something, the amount of money that bankruptcy is owed to, that has to be paid back in full in order to clear the bankruptcy. And then you start the business up again, and it's up to the employer, the original owner, to reinstall the 401k and pension for those employees to pay them back, or just, like you said, grift or whatever you want to call it, or just, be a net zero. So that way, I mean, there's no necessarily profits to be made. It's more or less an exchange of hands, so to speak. It's just a business thing that happens.
Okay, so grifting. Let's move on.
It's not.
What's the next
grifting.
topic?
The next topic.
Bud Light sales down by 26%.
When's the last
No.
time any of us have bought Bud Light? When's the last time any one of us has bought a Bud Light?
I
It's been about 5
haven't
years.
bought I haven't bought a Bud Light.
I don't think I've ever bought Bud Light.
Yeah.
And
I buy
I actually
Coors.
talked to a friend of mine. I talked to a friend of mine who works in like the oil industry. He's in like the southern United States. He's never heard of all the videos of like Kid Rock and all those other rednecks shooting up Bud Light videos. Is that something
Those
you
guys-
guys see?
That's because he's busy fucking working at an oil field. He ain't
No,
got
he's
time.
not working in the oil field. He works for a company that is involved in oil. He also has a full 7 days off a week. He's 7 on,
I've
7
seen
off.
the videos. I've
So
seen
you-
the
okay.
videos.
That was my question because so we're talking about left-wing, right-wing media. And he's more of a right-winger, just like you guys, like he's
Who?
chill. But he's never seen those videos, and that drives me crazy. Like, not drives me crazy, it blows my mind
Who is?
that they're not seeing that.
I'm confused. Who are we talking about?
A hypothetical
Uh,
friend of
Oh,
his.
got it.
A friend who I don't want to reveal their identity. But he's on the right-wing side, and we've talked about the whole Bud Light thing. And I told him the whole history of it, and he is flabbergasted when I said that there's a bunch of right-wing nuts on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, blowing up Bud Light. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
There's only one
Obviously,
person
he
that
ain't
I've
paying
seen.
attention to stupid shit.
Yeah, there's only one person I've seen that did that, and that was Kid Rock.
No,
Everybody
there's
else
multiple
is.
people. There's multiple people.
They
That's
dumped their
The
Bud
only
Light
one I
out.
saw too was Kid Rock shooting up Bud Light.
Yeah, they dumped their
Bud
Bud
Light.
Light out, and if they were shooting their beer or
Shooting
whatever,
up
then
Bud
they're a
Light.
nobody. They're not a celebrity.
There was that blonde chick who had like it
What's
looked
going
like an AR-15, but like she couldn't even hit it worth a crap. There was that. There's people running over it.
She's
There
a
was people
terrible
hitting it with
shot.
their trucks.
Well, I'm
There was
not
that
saying
guy
that people
losing his shit in
didn't.
a Walmart. Have you guys seen the guy losing his shit in a Walmart?
I've seen somebody was evicted out of their apartment and they filled it up with Bud Light.
I saw that, but that was a hoarder. That was like years ago. Most recently, there was a video of a guy in a Walmart losing his shit in the beer aisle, just throwing every Anheuser-Busch related beer into the middle of the aisle, and he was arrested. Have you guys seen that? That's your people, you guys. That's your people.
What do you mean, your people? You racist son of a bitch.
Your people.
It's not our people. But hey, you know what? For those who do like Bud Light, which I can't imagine,
Why?
it must be a Southern thing.
I like Yingling.
I mean,
Shiner Bock, dude. Texas. Shiner Bock.
Yeah, Sean is a big one here.
Apparently, you know, the what do you call it? You know, their statement's working. It's hitting Bud Light in the pocket, so you know.
Bud Light
that's-
being one of a conglomerate of thousands of beer brands.
It's not thousands. They
Hundreds.
don't make that much difference.
At least hundreds. At least
Hundreds, I would say definitely hundreds. But it's sad because Mike found a really good beer and they're made by Anheuser-Busch. And I mean, I don't drink that much anyway, but
Neither do I.
it wouldn't matter. It's just, you know, Elysian, I believe is the one who makes Space Dust, right?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
owned by Anheuser-Busch. Yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it's like, you know, I mean, certain beers, it's like, it's the point of doing something against the normal, right? The norm, I guess, if you will, and then expecting everybody to accept your decision. And it's great for a business to want to go out and do that, but to force people to accept it because of their woke ideologies, I mean, it doesn't matter if they're right or left or centered or whatever. When things are being forced down my throat, I tend to get appalled by things like that. And I mean, it's kind of like one of those hive situations where it's like, okay, well, if that's how you want to be, then good luck. See if you survive.
I fully respect and support that. I'm of the same mindset. But do you guys know how this whole Bud Light outrage started?
Yep.
Like the actual thing, what happened?
Yep.
Bud Light never created rainbow beers. They made like specific cans for that one influencer who has like millions of followers. They're like, you can work with us and we'll make you a specialized beer like we do for all of our influencers. Unbeknownst to Bud Light, that influencer who happens to be trans posted an Instagram thing, and that sparked the outrage. It was not even driven by Bud Light's marketing at all.
Well, it definitely wasn't a
all.
rainbow beer. It was a picture of Dylan Mulvaney on the side of a Bud Light can, which, like you said, it was an influencer. And I guess from what I've heard so far, I didn't dig in and see if this was actually released on the shelves or nothing like that. But I know
It never was.
I know that there was one can, not a case, but one can specifically with Dylan Mulvaney's picture on the side of it. And it wasn't, you know, rainbow colored or whatever the fuck it was. It was just a blue traditional Bud Light can, and it had a picture of Dylan Mulvaney on it. Well, the biggest thing is that Dylan Mulvaney is recognized as trans on TikTok, but from everything that everybody's looked at is that he is more or less mocking women and saying that, you know, womanhood or whatever. And I guess he got some facial reconstructive surgery that's so light that if he wanted to detransition after the whole hype is gone, it would be easy for him to do that. So I don't know. I don't really give a shit either way. People can live their life the way that they want to. Trans, gay, lesbian, doesn't matter what, you know, alphabet, number, letter you are. I think
It
that,
doesn't affect me. I don't give a
yeah, I
shit.
think as long
My
as you
point
don't
is this.
post-
My point is this. The right wing always shits on the left for cancel culture, and the right just went batshit over something that was not even part of
Well,
Bud Light's marketing
Okay, so
whatsoever.
the thing that we're missing is Dylan Mulvaney is not an influencer of people of our age group. Okay, so Dylan Mulvaney is, I believe, in his 20s, and a lot of the people that follow him are teenagers, and so the conflict is the fact that Dylan Mulvaney has taken this Bud Light thing, and his primary market is children. And that is part of the issue. It's not necessarily the fact that he's endorsing Bud Light. It's the fact that he's an influencer for children primarily. And
this is literally the first time I've heard of this, and this is not what any of those reaction videos were ever talking about. I think that's a fair point, but that's not what this whole outrage is about.
It may not be the reactionary portion of it. It may not be what a lot of people are upset about. I mean, but it is something to consider, is the fact that this is not an influencer for people who are above the age of 21 primarily. This is an influencer that influences, children from, say, 12 to 18, in that demographic. That's much different than, say, Kid Rock or, Caitlyn Jenner. There's a huge difference between the demographics that these influencers are subject to.
Yeah, and I would say that it's definitely a catalyst or a component of such. And I think that it's smart as far as if you look at it in this aspect, right? Do you remember Joe Cool and fucking the Camel and all those other things, and how they catered towards children and advertising?
I wore their T-shirts in middle school.
Yeah, I mean, my uncle had points.
Bring up that point. Yeah.
My uncle had Marlboro points, and every time that he would get something, I would be wearing a jacket, or I'd be having some kind of Marlboro or whatever, and I would take it to school, and nobody would say anything about it because it was just, it was an item, not a a drug or nicotine.
Culture
or whatever.
has shifted away from that, far away from that.
So
even if you want to bring up like the vaping industry and stuff like that, that has been attacked quite a bit because of vaping flavors and stuff like that it's marketed towards kids, and there's a huge outcry, especially from the right, against it because of the fact that it's flavored, and I'm sure you have Big Tobacco also pushing that as well.
Oh, absolutely. But I think Big Tobacco has chilled out a lot since that, because they actually have products. One of the biggest companies that they have right now as far as vaping is called Vape Wild. And they're a New York-based flavoring extract company that's basically they're heavily into propylene glycol. Like, they have a massive lab, but they ended up acquiring this company. This company's like hundreds of millions of dollars. They're everywhere. They were all over Europe and whatever before they even acquired them. I mean, let's look at Juul, for example, too, right? So Juul, one of the biggest issues that happened, why most of this fallout happened anyway, was that Juul was a new company. And when Juul had originally started, they had the idea that they would help adults quit smoking and create a healthy alternative. And what happened later on was that there was a, what do they call that? The safety engineer, the guy that would basically make sure that everything passed quality control and whatever. They found 1 million tainted Juul pods, and they happened to be the mint flavored. And the current owner, I believe at the time of the CEO of Juul, was caught on tape saying, "Oh, they're just a bunch of college students. They're not going to give a fuck anyway because they're out having sex and getting drunk." And they released these 1 million tainted Juul pods, and a bunch of kids and kids and adults got sick. And it's no different now than it was back then, where essentially you can have your parents or your friends that are 18 go to the store, go buy you a vape and take it to school. And we started seeing a bunch of this where kids were getting caught with vaping and all this kind of stuff. It wasn't that it was marketed towards kids. It was just more concealable.
No, and that's not exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that was the go-to, especially on the Republican side versus the vaping industry, was the fact that they're just like in California. California had a ban on all flavored vapes, or has currently a ban on it, and that was their primary thing, was because it's flavored, it would be more marketable to kids as opposed to unflavored.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sorry. Okay, first of all, when you said Juul, I thought you meant the 1990 singer-songwriter. But
Oh, that
dude,
bitch.
Juul is not marketed towards kids. Kids can buy them. Okay, first of all, this is completely separate from the whole Bud Light thing. Bud
Well-
Light was not being marketed to kids. Like you guys are.
All right, let
going off
me
on a
finish
completely
what I was going to
different
say
tangent.
real quick. Let me
Go
finish
ahead,
what I was
go
going
ahead.
to say real quick. So I was just saying, as an addition to what Mike was saying, was that a lot of these politicians were saying that it was being marketed to kids because they were getting caught with all these vaping products. Long story short, what do they call it? Philip Morris, I believe one of the heads of Philip Morris ended up going over to Juul and taking control of Juul because they had majority shares of Juul. So now it's a big tobacco company essentially under Altria, which is the parent company of Marlboro and all the other Philip Morris and all the other companies, which also acquired Cronus from Canada, which is a dispensary. So, anyways, long story short, so the only reason why I brought this up was because the fact that Camel and Marlboro were kind of, you know, advertising towards kids, they're like, huh, well, look at this guy. What's popular right now? Well, transgender rights are really popular right now. Hey, what's going on, Cadence? And the biggest thing about that is that they can use Dylan Mulvaney, since most of his viewers are under the age of 18, to advertise Bud Light because it's cool. They got their, you know, his picture on there. Well, if I go trans and I become popular, maybe I can get my picture on the side of that can someday too. That's
I
kind
disagree.
of the point. You know what I mean? Like it's using someone else to advertise for them without the company directly being involved. And the company can just wash
so
their
I'm looking
hands.
I'm still trying to find Dylan Mulvaney's demographics, but
And
the
then-
whole thing was a contest that somebody could win 150 grand for marketing Bud Light. That's what it was, a contest. And Dylan Mulvaney won that contest. And they got a free can with like that dude's picture on it, whatever.
And then
Like, so I think you guys are blowing this way out of proportion.
no, and then let me finish. The last thing I was going to say about this was the other biggest thing that is kind of what's pissed everybody off about Bud Light is that it's been over 2 weeks now, and instead of making a public apology about what happened, you know, just curbing the outrage, so to speak, they fired people or put them on leave instead, and then they said, well, we're just we're gonna try and do something a little bit different, and you know this and blah blah blah. But they keep going circles around saying, "Hey, we publicly apologize about this. This wasn't supposed to be like something that we made. It was just just trying to support whatever." And they didn't do that. So it outraged a bunch of people. One, he's advertising towards kids because he's saying that he's transgender. He's drinking alcohol on TikTok over the video. So he's influencing a bunch of underage kids. And then two, Bud Light not apologizing.
Oh, hi,
I'm seeing all
Cadence.
kinds of things about them apologizing and firing people. So like I get what you're saying, but I just honestly, I think this is more an anti-LGBTQ outrage from the far right. Not you guys, but the far right. That's how I see it.
It
Like I
could've-
take everything you guys said into account. I'm looking at the numbers. It doesn't add up. I think it's more far right Christian state outrage is what I'm seeing.
It literally could have been Caitlyn Jenner, and everybody would have been fine.
Hey, I got to interrupt real quick. We have somebody new in the chat. This is a chat-driven show, so if you have something you want to talk about, let us know. By the way, somebody you know is actually on the call. RJ, your daughter's in here.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Hello, sweetheart.
Yeah, she's chatting with us right
All
now.
right.
So she's watching the podcast.
That's pretty cool.
It's
All
great
right.
to have you here.
All right, I'm gonna keep my language clean then.
Oh,
No, don't worry about it. KK is, yeah. Don't worry about that, Conrad.
Hey, don't use my government name.
she said, "Oh my God, Dad,
Oh.
hi."
That's funny.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, Mr. Russian. My bad.
Oh,
There you go. Feel free to. You can call me Putin all you want. That's fine.
So this is a chat-driven show. This our show is quite a bit different than a lot of the podcasts and video podcasts you'll see on the internet. We do try to keep the chat involved in all of our conversations. We want to know what you guys think as well. So right now, I mean, we're pretty much on an open forum. So if you've got something you want to talk about, let us know. Anything going on in your world.
Yeah, KK, what's going on in shithole Florida?
I don't give a shit what's happening in Florida. I know that DeSantis.
The only reason I do is because my daughter lives there. So
Mr. Anti-communism, anti-socialism is asking for handouts from Joe Biden, who he hates. That's all I know about Florida right now. Because the insurance companies refuse to deal with the damage that happened recently because of all the deregulation in super free Florida. So I don't know. Tell me how super crazy Florida is going on. You tell me.
I don't know.
It's not that they don't want to deal with him. It's just that they've raised the prices astronomically for, like, for example, the housing tax over there is like $15,000 or higher for your housing insurance.
She said Florida is too hot and there's a bunch of weirdos there.
Huh.
You know what?
Yep.
Dang right. Dang right. That's correct. Moving on.
That does not surprise me. But yeah, no. So one of the things that I was told about this, because I have some friends that live over in Florida, was that they said that the insurance rates just went through the roof, and because it's a coastal state, that they have a lot more issues with like tsunamis and stuff like that, because they keep talking about the islands of La Palma. I'm not sure if you know what that is, but
No.
it's directly across from Florida. I believe it's going to be on the European coast there, and they said that if it has a landslide, essentially, it'll create a tsunami. It's like 3 or 4 times taller than the Empire State Building and wipe out the entire East Coast.
It'll go across the whole. It'll go all the way across Florida.
Yeah.
Wait, from Europe? Did you just say from Europe?
Yeah.
Europe.
Mm-hmm.
That's where
Explain this to me.
hurricanes come
What's the
from,
physics?
Africa, if you didn't know.
What's the physics behind this?
A whole mountainside collapsing into the water, creating a tsunami that travels all the way to Florida.
And it'll wipe Florida out.
It'll wipe the entire East Coast out, all the way from Maine all the way down to Florida. And I believe some
And
parts of
Florida is
Tennessee,
already
Pennsylvania.
sinking as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, with the ocean levels rising, Florida keeps sinking a little more and a little more every year.
So Caden says it's ridiculous you have to be 23 to apply for your own insurance. Some kids are out of their house and on their own at 18, and they have to wait till they're 23 to get medical insurance on their own.
Wait, hold on. Are you
that's pretty
sure?
crazy.
Isn't Caden like 4 years old? Who wrote that?
Cadence is my oldest daughter. She's
Oh,
18.
God. I'm so sorry. Okay. Sorry.
Tegan is my youngest, who's 4.
That's okay. Okay.
And the conversation would be a
She's a
lot different
genius.
if she was on here.
Yeah. Lots of emojis and LKL.
Okay, so looking up this whole thing, the theory of a mega tsunami is widely debunked.
Well,
Hold on, it's-
no, hang on. I mean, there was a mega tsunami in Alaska.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, Alaska is on the other side of Florida.
Well, that's true, but I mean, you can't say that a mega tsunami's been debunked. There was an 1,800-foot tall tsunami that
Let's talk
happened.
about volcanic explosion. Okay, hold on. Do you have links to this whole? So first, I don't see how a mountain sliding into the water off the coast of Africa is going to do fuck all to anything across the Atlantic Ocean.
Water displacement.
He doesn't understand water displacement. He thinks
No,
they
you can
both
fuck right
fly.
off. I understand water displacement. I did fucking fluid simulation in fucking computer systems. So talk to me again. How anything other than a massive volcano can cause that tsunami? Where's your links? Are they on the back of a
look
friend
it
sticker?
up.
Is that where you're getting this from?
Just look it up.
I didn't start this conversation.
I am trying to
so-
look this up. I'm not finding anything about this. Give me some
United
keywords.
States Geological Survey.gov. The Canary Islands, which is the islands of La Palma, mega tsunami hypothesis and why it doesn't carry water. In 2001, an academic paper suggested that the collapse of La Palma could result in a tsunami waves up to 25 meters, about 80 feet high and long, in the east. And then they later on stated that it could be even 4 times the size of Empire State Building, depending on how it collapses.
Okay, so these are volcanoes. There's La Palma volcanoes. Now I'm on board. But a mountain, a
It's-
couple of rocks falling into the ocean halfway across the world isn't
Not-
going to do jack
We're
shit.
talking about a landslide, Conrad, not a couple of rocks. We're talking about a whole hillside collapsing
Again, I
into the
still-
water, sliding, and creating
I
water
understand
displacement to
geodynamics.
create the momentum for
couple
water to
of
raise
mountains
4
falling-
times taller than
It's
the
not gonna
Empire
happen.
State Building.
It's not going to happen. If it's a volcanic eruption underwater that causes tsunami along with earthquakes, absolutely. Geological events like that, absolutely. But a landslide, come on.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
have
it's
them
like-
up there all the time.
that's true.
You have landslides in Washington all the time. What difference would it make being across the world?
Because there's an entire fucking ocean that can absorb all that shit.
So if you look at preventionweb.net, it says Volcano Watch, the Canary Islands mega tsunami hypothesis and why it doesn't carry water. So it talks about the entire, along with the hillside, that the entire volcano would collapse into the ocean.
Okay, so again, we're talking about volcanoes, so now I'm on board.
We're not talking about a volcano erupting. We're talking about a volcano going into the
Falling
water,
off into the
collapsing.
ocean.
You know what collapsing is, right? It's like when you black out, you lose oxygen to your brain, you just fall and hit the ground.
Okay, I just honestly let's move on. Let you guys go ahead and talk about your thing, but honestly, none of this is adding up with all the geology and all of the fucking plate tectonics that I've been studying for the last fucking 20 years. None of this adds up. But please go on with your Brandon Sticker fucking
You're
headlines
creating a bunch of negative energy right now from your falling down and hitting the floor, and the tsunami is affecting everybody watching our podcast.
You're just spreading misinformation. You're spreading like a lot
Conrad,
of
because you
misinformation.
can't find it on Reddit doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, dude. Do I need to go to DuckDuckGo? There's nothing.
Do we
on
need
this
to go
about-
look
on
for a
Google.
fuck Trump sticker for you to find out this information or something? What's up?
No, I want you. Why don't you
Orange
put it on
Mad
screen?
Bad?
Why don't you put something on screen that backs up any type of science?
We don't have the
Outside of New York
technology to
Post
put
or
it on
anything else
screen,
whatsoever.
Conrad, and you know that.
We don't have the technology.
God.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. You guys are spewing shit that has no sense in geological
Who's you
science
guys, actually?
whatsoever.
Okay, so
How
let
does
me
that not make sense?
Conrad, why don't
Yeah,
you
exactly.
put
You don't know how it doesn't make sense because you don't know
your,
geology.
hey Kami,
Go
why
on.
don't you put your certificate or your diploma of science in archaeology, what do they call that?
Yeah, archaeology.
Geology?
Is that how?
Yeah,
is that right?
archaeology and geolocation.
Archaeology has nothing to do with that.
What do they call that? What's the degree you have to know, like science or something?
Geology. It's called geology.
Oh, geology. Can you put your geology certificate from your 4-year university or your doctorate up here on the screen for us, please?
Can you put literally
Oh, you
one
can't
link
do that?
to anything,
Huh.
anything
Technology.
whatsoever that backs up a bunch of rocks falling over 3,000 miles across the ocean, which is deep as hell, that does anything?
Why do I
Dude,
always-
no, this just doesn't add up.
why do I
Hurricane-
always-
It
Fucking
doesn't add up
earthquake can
whatsoever.
create a tsunami. Why can't a landslide?
An earthquake is very different. An earthquake is two plates on two separate
Okay,
continents.
okay.
smashed
So
together,
hold on,
very different.
No, hold on,
Very
Conrad. So when those plates move, right? You got one plate that's moving on top of another
I cannot
plate, right?
believe the
Pushing
amount
that
of
water.
traction
So when you have a hillside
this
fall down into the
conversation
water,
has.
where does that water go? It pushes outwards, right?
Okay, so,
So
you're,
it's the
happy,
same
you're
thing.
halfway there. You're halfway there, buddy. You're halfway there. Let me
Same
walk you
thing.
through the rest of this. No, it is not the same thing whatsoever. Whatsoever.
It's still
Whatsoever.
displacing the water.
No, it's
Still
not. No. Okay, so
if a
give
whole
me,
entire fucking hillside falls off into the water, that water's going to be
give me
where's
the
that water
square
going?
mileage.
It's being
Give me the
pushed,
square
right?
mileage and the volume. Give me the square mileage and the volume of that hillside.
10
Give
million
me some
miles.
math to work on this.
Let's see.
So if
here.
you
You
take-
don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm looking
I
at
don't.
Conrad, I'm gonna slap you so fucking hard across your face.
Go for it, bud. I'm just saying this is bullshit,
Walk
dude.
over here.
Dude,
I mean, shit. When I jump in a bathtub, guess what? The
Okay.
water rises.
So I know there's volcanoes like Krakatoa, which caused like blackouts all over the U.S. in the 1800s. I get that. Like that's some real shit. A couple of fucking rocks sliding into the ocean isn't going to do jack shit.
I
unless
kind of
there's an
want to see
earthquake
you
or
jump
volcano
into a
involved.
bathtub to prove this point.
I'm sorry, dude. Like,
You have to be
No,
naked.
I
I
call
mean, if I
bullshit.
get in a
Wait,
bathtub, the water is
bullshit.
displaced. It rises
call-
up.
It doesn't
So if
exist.
rocks fall into the water's going to be pushed and move across.
RJ, it doesn't exist. Cannonballs aren't real.
Jesus Christ.
Cannonballs are not real.
Okay, do you understand the scale? Do you know what scale is? A difference
Yeah, I
in
do know
size
what
of
scale
things?
is.
Yeah,
Conrad,
it's
yes,
the
I'm
thing you
size.
measure Joe Biden's crack on, right?
Okay, so
Hunter Biden.
I'm
Oh,
still
Hunter
calling
Biden,
bullshit,
sorry.
but go on, you guys. Have fun. I'm out, dude. Like this is bullshit. Go on.
Did we?
You fucking
Did,
hit a nerve on some geology thing out of all things.
No, dude. I've been following. Okay, so during COVID,
I think
like,
that was worse than the Biden shit.
Because you guys are fucking pushing pseudoscience. Like next thing I know, aliens are gonna fucking come to town. Like that's gonna be the next fucking topic.
That shit's real,
Jesus
man.
Christ.
That is
Jesus
real.
Christ.
They will. They will.
Jesus Christ. Do you know how long it takes to get from the sun to the edge of the solar system? For fuck's sake.
Do you know what
No,
They've got the
teleportation is?
technology that we don't.
Well, at this,
You guys,
They've got the
That's
technology
bullshit.
we don't.
why
Okay?
would they come here? Why would they come here to see a bunch of monkeys throwing nuclear bombs at each other and bitching
That's the
about a
whole
fucking
point.
guy
They're like, what are
drinking
these
Bud Light?
fucking idiots doing right now? We're gonna go check this out.
Exactly.
They don't have TVs.
No,
They have
that-
worlds. They're not
That's
gonna
why they haven't come into the atmosphere yet, because they're scared to. They're like, look at these idiots.
These guys
They're
are gonna
just
kill
watching
themselves.
from-
Think about what
They're
they're gonna do
watching
to
from
us.
their couch.
oh, this is
They're
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
from
we
their
can.
couch.
Exactly. They're watching from their couch. They're not here.
this is the shit
Exactly.
I wanted
yet.
on this
Not yet.
podcast.
I'm sorry, dude. This whole thing, unless you provide some
I
kind of
tagged you in the
scientific evidence, this
fucking
whole tsunami
chat.
thing is bullshit.
I tagged you in the chat with the article to a university that did the science, so you didn't have to.
In the Twitch chat, because I don't see it.
It's not in the Twitch
With the
chat. It's in the
scales.
Discord.
Oh, the Discord chat.
With
Yeah,
the
the thing that you're
scale
currently
and
talking
everything
on right now.
there. The scale, the
That's
amount.
what I'm asking.
I'm glad
Well, there
that
it is.
you were happy with watching our stupid podcast. It's awesome. This is the kind of shit I want to happen on this podcast.
We're here for entertainment.
Yeah.
Nobody here hates each other, just so everybody knows.
Well,
We get frothy. We absolutely get frothy, but we're all friends at the end of the day, and we all respect each other.
apart from Nate.
Yeah.
Apart from Nate, he doesn't respect me at all.
he's on the Columbia River, so he can't be here today.
Oh, I hope
Oh,
no
that lucky
tsunami gets
bastard.
him. I hope some rocks don't fall in Spain and get Nate rocking his boat and he falls and drowns. I hope that doesn't happen.
He's in a boat.
Columbia
He'll float.
River is not anywhere near Spain.
Neither is Florida.
Mr. What do they call it? Geology expert?
What?
Conrad's
Okay,
a
so the
geology
150
expert.
meters- Hold on.
He's a
Blah, blah,
geologist.
blah.
He
What
might
is
as well be a
PSD?
gynecologist.
What state? What
Geologist.
Penn State?
Puget Sound University.
It is not. It's Penn State. Mofo.
And is Penn State a recognizable
That's a
university?
fucking highly recognizable major.
That's an
fucking
Ivy
university.
League school, is it not?
Yes. yes.
I must be
That-
incorrect
yeah.
in that.
The high.
Oh, no,
okay,
no,
from
you
your
need to
own
show me the
article.
facts on
From
that.
your own article, the hypothesis the collapse generates a mega tsunami is not universally accepted. Boom, done. In
Because
summary,
someone
does not
doesn't
appear
universally
devastating mega
accept it
tsunami
doesn't
is
mean
in-
that it won't happen.
You sent me an article debunking your own bullshit.
Ah,
Does it
okay.
have to be universally?
They said
Dude,
that
the
it's
article, the
possible.
only evidence you sent me says that you're full of shit. So let's move on.
It doesn't say that. It
It
says
literally says
Conrad's
that
an
at the
idiot.
bottom. It says that at the bottom.
It
Scroll down to
says
very
the
bottom of
flank
that
has
page
a
and say-
volume of 1.5 trillion metric tons, and models suggest that if it were to collapse, it would generate a tsunami 1,000 meters high that would
Yes.
be
Yeah. Scroll
50
all the way to the
meters
bottom of
when
that
it
page.
arrived in Europe and along the eastern coast of the United States. Because the scenario would be
stop,
devastating.
Just stop.
Hey,
Scroll
shut
to the
your
bottom of
hole,
that page.
Wang
Just scroll to
Chung.
the bottom of that page.
I'm currently reading the actual article, Conrad, before reading the
The one that you
advertisements. I
The
don't
one that
read
you sent?
advertisements. Devastating to cities, including New York, Boston, Miami, as well as the coastal real estate in New York, New Jersey, North and South Carolina, and Florida. It has been rigorously investigated by scientists. Then we have satellite images, and then we have, what is this? Mega tsunami scenario, La Palma Islands video. And then on the
Scroll all the way
very
to the
bottom,
bottom.
it says author Sean Cornell, associate professor, Shippensburg University of Pennsylvania, and then all these other people here. And then at the very bottom, it says the College of Earth and Mineral Sciences is committed to making the website accessible for all
you
users.
skipped a whole bunch of
You
shit.
just said
Okay,
read the
you know
very
what?
bottom of the article. Are you a
Here
fucking
you go,
idiot?
buddy. Since you don't know how reading works,
Since I don't know how
Whoa.
read it, dude, start at the very
Yeah, I
top.
grew up with reading Rainbow.
Start
I
at
know
the
how it
very
works.
top of the article, not the very bottom. We're in America. We don't
You
read things
don't know how
backwards and
reading
sideways.
let me go ahead and send that to you.
That's a lot of writing.
Hypothesis that Canary Islands collapse generates mega tsunami is not universally accepted. This skepticism
Bingo.
arises from the fact that the island collapse may not have been catastrophic, instead occurring slowly in numerous discrete small events rather than a single giant collapse.
Give me that.
such as slow collapse, would not generate a large tsunami. So, what about the large Bahamian blocks? An alternative possibility is that they were delivered there by a hurricane during the time of 125,000 years ago, when sea level was, and then it ends because I don't know why.
Universally accepted. Does that mean like one person was like, nah?
Yeah,
If
pretty
it's
much.
your article, that's debunking your own bullshit.
It
so
was
let's move on.
Conrad. He's the one.
Yeah, that probably is the case. He picks out one thing that supports his hypothesis. What I said was that it's possible. I didn't say that it was going to happen. This is like a
Okay.
20-minute conversation. And you
Okay,
just think,
well, you
well,
could've
it's not widely
said that
acceptable.
earlier.
It's not widely accepted, so it possibly can't happen. I'm like, dude, you're proving my point. I said that it's possible. You said that it's not possible.
Can we just move on? This is just becoming like a hair pulling contest. Let's just move on.
I just want to make sure you understand the article correctly from educated
I
professionals.
do. I read the article and it says that you're full of shit and it's not going to happen. So let's
It
move
says the hypothesis that Canary Island collapses generates mega tsunami is not universally accepted. It does not say JD spouts bullshit and has a podcast where nobody wants to listen.
on. Agreed. That's
So
not what I was
therefore-
saying.
You're gaslighting.
It is what I was saying. It is what I was saying. But once you sent the article and I finally found some shit on it, you made okay. God damn it! I may have overreacted to what you said, and then you guys didn't accept anything I was saying and called me a Reddit retard fag. And then
I
your
definitely
own
didn't say
article
that.
basically backs up exactly what I said. So I don't know where to go from this now. Maybe let's go, Brandon.
Oh my buddy. All right. Next topic.
All right, what's up for debate now?
Where the heart is actually located.
Cadence come up with a topic.
She loves that RJ's laughing the whole time in the background. Oh yeah, let's bring up the fucking heart thing because that was such a big deal
All right,
yesterday.
before anybody says anything, Cadence, where's your heart located? Don't Google search or nothing. I want to know where you were taught where your heart was located.
She's saying what heart?
So as far
And
as
it's
the
not in
Pledge
your
of
butt.
Allegiance, yeah, as far
It's not
as
in
the
your
Pledge
butt.
of Allegiance, we were told to put our right hand over our hearts. Where is this location at? Right side, center, or the left side?
Audio is chopping. I'm gonna drop out and pop back in. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back because something's weird. Like it's like popping super weird. I'll be right back.
All right.
Government listening to you.
It's the geologists all rolling their eyes. The scientific community.
That's the Scientologists.
This is going to be on an episode of The Big
Left
Bang
side-
Theory.
See, the left side of my body, right under my boob, is what she states.
Good job,
Most-
KK.
Well, here's the thing. Most people were taught that the heart is located on the left side. Scientists now, or what do they call it? I don't know what that word is.
The heart is located on
Anatomologist? I don't know. I can't say that word. Anyways, doctors and scientists have discovered that the heart is actually located in the center of your body,
You didn't
leaning
post
left.
an article. You sent us pictures.
Who?
You. Did you send an article?
There was an
No, he
actual...
sent pictures.
Yeah,
he
I
sent
sent
pictures that
pictures.
were drawings, and we also sent pictures, and we all agreed that it is in the center, and the bottom of it kind of tilts to the left of the body.
Yeah, there's... Let me see if I can find an article.
Oh my God.
Where are you at?
Heart...
I can't believe this is a thing.
Why are we even on this? Hey, JD, while we're on this, let's talk about where pee is stored in the human body.
It's stored in your butthole.
I was right
Fag.
again.
I mean, if you're kinky like that,
Let's see. Medical
Are you
news
saying you're not?
today.
definitely not.
Not very adventurous.
Let's
No thanks.
see.
I had a
Is
buddy.
it stored in your pancreas?
I had a buddy who was so stoned one time when we were playing Halo,
Did you
and he was
say
just
if
like,
it's stored in your pancreas?
It's stored in the jewels, is what he said. He didn't say that word, but I don't want to. There's a girl in the chat, so I don't want to fucking talk about this. But that's what he said.
So you can see that there.
What is this?
So
We
that's your
can't see it.
rib cage there, and that's the heart located in the center, leaning a little bit left. It's basically here. I don't know, let me show you. It's basically here.
Yeah, it's to the
and
left.
here.
It's in the center with the bottom to the left. Yeah.
So what the whole point that I brought up yesterday was that we were always taught, besides the CPR professionals here, was that the heart was always located under the
pretty-
left pectoral muscle.
Pretty sure it's one professional.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was probably. Did you go to school in Texas?
I'm CPR certified.
Are you now?
Okay, so
No.
JD, let me just walk you on this little sidetrack here.
Oh, I was.
Science.
My
I'm taking
father's
biology.
hard,
You can talk how you want. My dad raised no pussy, Caden says.
Science is about learning and changing things. So when you guys say they taught us bullshit, that right there is bullshit, because science is all about accepting that we were wrong and growing and learning.
Are
from
you
it.
saying in one generation the heart moved from one spot to another?
No, I'm
That's
just
what
saying
it
some
seems
fucking
like.
retard taught fucking JD some bullshit and he held on to it until his fucking 30s, and now it's just like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
Well, Cadence
you ever
was
have an-
also under the belief that the heart was under the left side.
Who
So
was?
I'm not the only one.
Who
It
was?
is.
Cadence.
That is where the heart is.
Under the left boob. That's what she stated.
It's center
I don't
left.
even have a boob. I don't have a boob. I can't corroborate that.
Where's your nipple located on your left side?
One of
Towards
them
the,
is.
towards the floor.
Jesus Christ.
Are they supposed to point down?
They're supposed to aim.
Okay, dude. Okay, did you ever have so when I was a kid, I had an Encyclopedia Britannica fucking entire set, and they had those like little the plastic overlays with human anatomy.
Before or
My
after
wife
the
was
books are burned and
fucking
My
reprinted?
wife was very upset that she missed this conversation in the chat yesterday, because she has like 4 encyclopedias she was going to pull out to demonstrate.
Yeah,
Those are wrong.
I miss
Okay,
a lot of
those are wrong.
I miss a lot of conversations. But yeah, so the Britannica before or after it was burned and reprinted.
This was in the mid 90s, and the set was probably from the early 90s, late 80s.
Yeah, it was reprinted. It was
Are,
re-
are
it
you
was
saying that
reprinted.
there's a conspiracy going on that the heart may not be where we think it is?
I think that a bunch of dumb intellectuals told us that it was located in one spot, and they're like, "Oops, we actually figured out that it was located over here."
I don't.
I don't think it was a bunch. I think it was just the one person that you listened to as a kid.
I'm not the only person who was indoctrinated.
Okay, I wasn't.
So, hey RJ,
You didn't even
where
live
was
here.
where was Cadence born and raised? Florida.
She was born at Ormond Memorial Hospital, Florida, and raised in Florida.
So you're telling me that someone from the East Coast and someone from the West Coast was taught by the same individual?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh, that's crazy.
exactly what we're
Considering that I went to school back in like the early 90s and I lived in California on the left side.
On the
where
left
your
side.
heart is.
Yeah. That's exactly where I was located.
So you're a lefty. So JD, you're telling us that in your heart you're a lefty. You were always taught as a lefty.
No,
Well, he's
I'm
from the
actually
West
writing.
Coast, so the West Coast is the left side.
I mean, how many cadavers have been cut apart? And this is, I don't know, I don't understand how this is a
Hundreds.
debate.
That's-
Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, I'm sure, have been cut apart.
Everybody,
Like,
who's
how
been
is this
against
a
the government-
debate?
Everybody who's
It was
been
at
against the
least
government
6.
has been cut up, I'm sure.
Did we just go
Okay,
down
so
the government conspiracy road?
Oh,
of-
I'm sure.
Oh
I'm sure
my
we
God.
did.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so,
So-
JD,
What?
I believe whoever taught you that. First of all, if you talked about the Pledge of Allegiance, I'm like, yeah, I was told to put my hand over the left side of my chest for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah, and what they say,
Over
put
your
your
heart.
hand over your heart.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Either
you're
way, okay.
basically swearing your heart. You're swearing the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of America.
So let me walk you down this little path. Have we all seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, I don't remember it, but
Yes.
I've seen it.
Okay,
It's a great movie.
it's a great. Okay, so when Vincent stabs Marcellus Wallace's girlfriend in the chest with an fucking adrenaline syringe,
Mhm.
Is he going to the left of her chest or is he going down the center? Through her sternum. They said through the sternum into the heart. Where's the sternum located?
The sternum is located in the center, Conrad.
Goddamn right. And that's where he punched her through and he brought her back to life.
Oh, okay.
Sir, if you're going to tell me a bunch of little fucking rocks in fucking Hawaii can fall down and flood Florida.
You're not punching through the sternum with a fucking
are.
needle. No.
You are.
No.
No,
You're talking about
punching to
someone
the-
who's actually
No,
you're punching
certified.
to the left.
He went to the
Conrad.
left. I mean, you're not going to punch through the sternum with a fucking needle.
Sternum's
like
pretty
that.
thin. Sternum's pretty thin. Actually, okay, so
So you're talking to a
sternum is one of the
professional,
first
by
things
the
to
way,
break.
Conrad. So you're probably going to lose this argument regardless.
wait, what's happened? I'm talking to what?
You're talking to a professional, by the way.
Like, I
Mike
used
is
to teach
certified
this
and
stuff.
taught
So,
in CPR.
A former professional.
He was
okay,
going to
actually,
join
Mike, go
as a
on.
medic
Mike,
in the
go on. Tell
military.
us about the sternum.
No,
Okay.
go ahead. Wait. I want Conrad to prove his point first.
No, I'm a geologist.
Oh, that's right. All right, go ahead, Mike.
so the xiphoid process is at the bottom of the center of your rib cage. That's the xiphoid process there. And right above that is all the cartilage that holds your chest from ripping open. And it's extremely tough. We're talking like leather tough. You have to go in between the ribs on the left side in order to get through some of that cartilage to be able to get to the heart. There's no way you're getting through the xiphoid process and the center of your sternum with any ease with a needle to be able to do that. You have to go off to the side.
Okay.
I mean, yes, the heart is center left. That is
Yes.
center
Just
left.
like me. Just like me.
But he posted a picture yesterday where it was like off to the right or some shit, and I'm like, this hurts my brain to see
He didn't
this
say
picture.
far left. Okay, he said center left, not
I
far
am
left.
center left. I am center left. Actually, this whole thing, I swear to God, I thought JD was just like super fucking high.
Oh, I thought it was
and
trolling.
he was
at
trying to
first.
make like a fucking like a Trump fucking or some kind of like political statement. Like, you know, when people lead you with questions like, so what is this? And then what is this? And then what is this? Got you, motherfucker.
And the reason why
I
you
thought
do-
that's what you were doing.
The reason why you do chest compressions for CPR in the center of the chest is because of that cartilage in the center is more malleable than if you were to push on the ribs themselves. That's why you do chest compressions right in the center.
Gotcha.
So,
And I was just referencing a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie, so you know more about this than I do.
well, he did go off to the side. It wasn't right in the center. I mean, he didn't put the dot right in the center of her chest. Because I
I mean,
remember
I'm
there
gonna
was
have
a
to
booby.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch more videos of Uma Thurman to confirm, but okay.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
with you.
All right, watch more. And so the dangers of doing chest compressions on elderly people is there's calcium buildup, and that calcium will break when you're doing chest compressions. It doesn't happen in younger people, you know, children, babies, you know, people in their 20s and 30s and even 40s because that calcium buildup hasn't happened yet. But in older people, if you do chest compressions, you will more than likely hear and feel a break. Sometimes it is a rib. But more often than not, it's actually breakup of the calcium buildup on the ribs.
Yeah, who the fuck ever heard of a xiphoid process, by the way?
Me.
Besides you.
Oh.
The only thing I ever heard of was the aorta and the sternum.
And the
This
aorta
thing is
goes up your
Beeblebrox.
right side.
What?
What's that? You said the aorta is on your right side?
Yeah, the aorta is on your right side.
So what happens with people who are born with a heart on the right side?
Well-
Does the aorta go to the left side then?
They're left-handed.
No, the aorta is
What?
still on the right side.
Huh. That's interesting.
No, I mean people aren't born mirrored from the, you know, I've never heard of that anyway.
I have not either.
mirrored, yeah. So I forgot
And
what
like-
it's called, but
Go ahead,
it's an
sorry.
actual. Sorry, it's an actual condition for your heart to be centered face right versus centered face left. I guess it's always supposed to be in a left facing position versus right facing position. But the way
I
that
can
was,
see that happening.
but
I
the
can see
way that I
happening.
was always taught was that the heart was located under the left pectoral muscle, not directly in the center.
Well, and the aorta actually brings the blood back to the heart and the lungs. That's the blood that's been spent of oxygen that needs to recirculate.
That's what I'm saying. The heart is between the lungs. That's enough information for me.
Yeah, and that's not the way that I was taught ever. And the
Okay.
anatomy books that we had indicated that the heart was actually on the left side, not
Okay.
directly on the center. Like, I mean, even Mike agrees that some of these pictures are fucked up, like they're bogus. It's just fake news, right? Some of these pictures
Okay,
show that the heart is located on the right or it's located on the left.
Reddit news.
That's not technically.
So let me walk you back. Okay, let me walk you back this way. I grew up wanting to be a comic book artist. So in order to draw humans, I had to learn anatomy. So I learned muscle structure, bone structure, internal anatomy, all this shit. I was looking at anatomy books my whole fucking youth, like from my teens to my 20s. So I've always known this shit. So that's super weird.
Yeah, it's just definitely interesting. I mean, like I said, I was born and raised in California, so don't know if that has any different.
Well,
things to
there's your
contribute
problem
to,
right there.
But California is a Democratic state. Florida is a Republican state. So the
Wait.
fact that me and Cadence both had the same understanding that the heart was actually located on the left side, that kind of tells you something was weird.
Well, it's
That's-
center left. It's
Well,
more to
I-
the left than it is to the center.
I understand
the
that. The
stupidest
whole point of me
conversation ever.
saying was that the heart was located on the left side is the way that I was taught, not located in the center where it's supposed to be, right?
Just like when
But
you
did you
use a
But
defibrillator.
did you ever go to anatomy classes? Did you take biology in high school?
No, fuck no, I didn't.
Yes.
I took guitar class.
Okay, well, there's your answer right there.
Yes,
I learned
I took
music.
biology and I took 3 semesters of first aid.
I had 2 semesters minimum of biology required by the state. So, like, I think that's just JD. I think that's just you, dude.
No.
And I'm not saying anything negative or mean about this. I think you were just
It's crazy
not
that
really
you
paying
keep saying
attention.
that it's just me, but yet Cadence is in the chat also saying that she was taught that it was on the
We're
left
not
side.
we're not refuting that it is on the left, but it's still in the center of the chest.
Well, no,
it's
that's
in the
not-
center of the
that's
chest
not the
between your
point.
fucking lungs.
That's not
That's how it connects to the lungs.
That's not the point that I'm trying to make. Is the point that I'm trying to make was that I was taught that it was on the left side, not center left. And then the other point I'm trying to make is that Conrad keeps gaslighting me, saying I'm the only one in the world, when Cadence is clearly saying that she was also taught the same way. So,
That's
what's
not gaslighting. That's me misspeaking, and I will walk that back.
considering that
because
I've told
mentioned
you
that 3
this
times now,
4
and I keep
times
forgetting
now?
when
So,
I
yeah.
when I speak out.
So has
I-
anybody here had AED training?
I have ADHD training.
So
Automatic electronic defibrillator.
Cadence just said what
Yes.
is weird to me is how we all have these scientific studies and ways to study the human body, and there's questioning in biology that said it was on the left side. I got straight A's in biology, so I don't know.
Well, she also went to school in Florida, so that says a lot.
Okay, so does anybody know where the pads for the AED go?
They go on both sides of your chest, don't they?
I
I didn't
not
have training, but we had a defibrillator at work.
I did not say ADHD training, Cadence.
I said that.
Okay, so one pad goes onto your left side on your rib cage, right at the bottom of the rib cage. The other one goes to the center of your chest, off to the left a little bit, and that's where the electrical shock travels through when defibrillator is used.
So why at the left side of your body? Is that to pump your lungs or something? Or
No, because the heart is on the center left.
no, you said that it goes in the center left
Oh
and what
my
other location?
god!
The side,
Oh my
because it has to
God.
exit somewhere.
That's what I was asking.
Can we get Liz in here for
Shut
fuck's
up,
sake?
Conrad. So it goes on the side. What side of the body?
The left side.
The left side of the body, and then the other pad goes on the center left side. Right? Is what you're saying?
No. Wait,
So
sorry,
you're
Mike.
a
keep going.
fucking idiot, Conrad. Shut up. Fucking breathe for a
I just-
moment so your brain can.
if you're
so
looking at the center
frustrating
of
me.
your
You're such a
chest-
smart person, but you say the dumbest shit, and it just
I
frustrates
literally
me.
said the exact same thing that Mike said, so you're calling him dumb too, you idiot.
Mike, where's the other go? Where was the other
Okay.
defibrillator?
Fucking
go?
ADHD kicking in.
Yeah, that's very.
The pad goes,
Mike?
if you're looking at the center of the chest, at the nipple line, okay, you go just to the left of the center of the rib cage. The other one goes to the side of the rib cage.
Down the
The
pretty
left side of the rib cage, right?
Yes. On your left side, the actual left side of the body.
Yep. That's what I said.
Because it has to travel in through the chest, through the heart, and then it exits out of the side. That's where the anode is. Or where the cathode is, actually. I'm confused.
It's just fucking
Not by you,
flabbergasted
not
with
by
this
you, Mike. I
conversation.
was reading the chat. All right, so it goes through your heart and then out through the side panel, the side panel.
That's where the cathode is.
Okay.
So
you
in
got
order to
anode.
make that arc actually happen, that's where the other side goes. Because if you send it through the other side, I'm assuming you would hit the liver, because your liver is so big on your right hand side that
It's way lower.
You would fry it.
Your liver's below your diaphragm.
it's right below your right lung,
Yeah.
but you would still clip the top of it. You don't have as much
Okay.
on the left side as you do the right side.
Okay. That's true. That is true.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And the kidneys
Like, when you guys
are in the back.
When you guys are saying this, like I'm getting visual flashbacks of all these like anatomy drawings I've seen over like years and years and years and years. Like I just don't understand how JD just can't. Like what?
Be right back. I gotta
Like,
pee.
what the fuck?
All right.
Ask Cadence about livers.
Cadence, how's your daddy's liver doing?
No reply on that. Huh?
Oh my god, fucking green apple. Green apple all the way.
Got peach, watermelon,
Green apple.
mango, Lost Mary. Mine's tropical gummy by Days. It's called the omelet.
Omelet?
Really good. Yep. Well, it's called the omelet if it's pronounced correctly, but omelet.
See, I prefer like fruit flavored, like sweet.
No.
Not sweet, but like fruit sour. I prefer sour flavors. You guys, I don't understand the sweet flavors. That's too much for me, man. That makes me want to drink like a glass of water every time.
Oh, check this. Breaking news as of 2 hours ago from CNN. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon to be disposed in lawsuits over former client Epstein, and who also happens to be the one who absorbed what bank that just collapsed?
First Republic.
First Republic Bank just collapsed. They had a bailout of what, $90 million or something like that?
I don't know the number, but it was a lot. It was billions for sure.
Yeah, so they just had a bailout. So basically what happened was the federal government bailed out First Republic Bank while Chase took over the bank. So essentially it gave the money and properties to Chase so it could still be a private entity while it's still government controlled. And a lot of people seem to think that because the FedNow system, have you looked this up yet, Conrad? The FedNow
No,
system?
you just said it dropped 2 hours ago.
No, the FedNow system. I've been talking about this for almost a month now.
You talk about a
forever.
lot of things.
So the FedNow system is supposed to start in July. What basically it takes place is called the FedCoin. So meaning that most banks are
Oh
supposed to
yeah,
collapse.
that's bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Go look it up.
I don't. Oh my god, where'd I go? New York Post, BrandonStickers.com.
Just Google it so
Send me a
your
link.
favorite Reddit
Send me a
article
link.
pops up first.
Yeah, no, this shit doesn't exist, dude. Like, there is no fucking global conspiracy to take away the U.S. fucking dollar.
Is there?
The countries who are looking to move away from the U.S. dollar are not significant enough in the economy to fucking have any effect on it. It's another fucking scare, just like the goddamn Bermuda Triangle ass fucking tsunami you were talking about earlier.
No, that's real.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. It's coming.
Yeah, let me wait.
There's
I'll go
probably-
ahead and wait. Let me go ahead and
Yeah.
wait. I'm waiting. TikTok, motherfucker, TikTok.
China and Russia are aligned with each other now, so they are.
No, they're
They're-
not. But also the Saudis and Iran is aligned with. Dude, they're all about the money. They're all about the money and keeping money flowing into their country and using it. They're not here to destroy the United States. They don't give a fuck about that. They just want to get rich. Just all you fucking capitalist motherfuckers. They just
You're
want to get
crazy
rich.
as fuck if you don't think they're not going to try to take over the U.S.
Why the fuck would they take over the U.S.? They
All
got
right.
billions of people. China has the biggest population next to India in the entire fucking world.
Hey,
Why
that's
do they
one
give
thing
a
you're
fuck about
correct
a bunch
about.
of fucking rednecks shooting beer cans? Why would they want that fucking smoke?
Because
Explain
our
that to me.
government
They want
is
the land.
completely collapsing. That's why.
They want the land,
Yeah.
really? They want our
Yeah.
fucking church's chickens and our fucking IHOPs.
No,
That's
they
what
want the grow land, Conrad. They want
Yeah.
the crops. They want the
Oh,
They
farms.
want the farmland,
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is why
And
Texas just passed a law that anybody outside the United States cannot purchase farmland in Texas anymore.
I support the shit out of that because outside investors have been destroying both Canadian and American real estate, but also Ukraine was at one point one of the biggest exporters of grain in the entire fucking world. Tiny
Yeah,
ass
they
Ukraine.
used to be.
They used to be until fucking your fucking Big Daddy Putin fucking decided to muscle out on it.
Ah, interesting.
Oh, interesting. So
Oh,
Putin
shit.
wanted the land.
JD, you're a fucking millennial.
So Putin wanted the land over there in Ukraine.
Yeah, that's
No.
crazy, isn't it?
Oh
It's
my god.
conspiracy.
Putin wants fucking to rebuild the old fucking Russian Empire, and Kiev was the origin of Russia. It was the historical origin of Russia, and he's fucking psychotic, and he's got cancer or some shit, and he's delusional. and now
JD's
he
the
thinks
one
he
on
wants to
camera,
rebuild original
Cadence.
Russia.
Yeah, that's definitely not me. That's
Oh shit,
Conrad
that's
over
me.
there. That's
Fuck,
being
I'm the
really
millennial.
defensive.
God damn it. Fuck.
And by the way, on federalreserve.gov, FedNow service, the FedNow service will be available to depository institutions in the United States and will enable individuals and businesses to send instant payments through their depository institution accounts. The service is intended to be a flexible, neutral platform that supports a broad variety of instant payments. At most
Okay.
fundamental level, the service will provide interbank clearing and settlement that enables funds to be transferred from the account of a sender to the account of the receiver in a near real time and at any time, any day of the year. Depository
Okay.
institutions and their service providers will be able to build on this fundamental capability to offer value-added services to their customers.
So what you're
there's
saying
a
is
lot
you're
more.
creating an electronic exchange, a universal electronic exchange of funds, and somehow they're taking your guns away? Explain this to me.
It's going to collapse the dollar.
Yeah.
It is not going to collapse the fucking dollar. Jesus Christ, you guys are such fucking little babies about this shit. Jesus
The
Christ.
FedNow service is a new instant payment infrastructure developed by the Federal Reserve that allows financial institutions of every size across the United States to provide safe and efficient instant payment services. Through financial institutions participating in the FedNow service, businesses and individuals can send and receive instant payments in real time around the clock every day of the year. Financial institutions and their service providers can use the service to provide innovative instant payment services to customers. And recipients will have full access to funds immediately, allowing for greater financial flexibility when making time-sensitive payments. The FedNow
So what
service
you're
will
telling
be
me- what you're
deployed
telling
in
me is they
phases
created
with
a
the
PayPal.
initial
They
launch
created a
taking
global
place
PayPal.
July
controlling your money.
2023.
Oh my God.
Did you hear that?
Anyway,
So
Conrad?
when you go to the
Sorry,
gas
sorry,
station,
sorry,
you
I
hit a
interrupted
certain
JD.
amount.
I interrupted JD. Go on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I said the FedNow service will be deployed in phases with the initial launch taking place in July 2023. So it seems like the gaslighter has already been wronged again.
First of all, you're the gaslighter. Please stop using that word because that's not what I'm doing. For fuck's sake.
You
know what
said the
gas- you look up
FedNow
the
service
definition of
doesn't
gaslighting.
exist and it's just some crazy conspiracy, but yet it's on the Federal Reserve website because it is the Federal Reserve's payment processing system.
Yeah, and you're blowing
And
it way the
two,
fuck out
I
of
said that
proportion.
it
What
starts
they're
July
saying-
1st, 2023, and you said bullshit. I don't believe in this fucking let's go Brandon bullshit.
Let me translate that to you from fucking prepper speak.
Oh, you
What
mean
they're
Reddit?
saying is they're creating a global exchange.
They're creating
said
a
about the
Fed
fucking dollar.
coin, a cryptocurrency-based exchange
Jesus
service where
Christ.
things can transfer like this, light speed. That's the
Yeah,
only
exactly.
type of.
So you want slower bank exchanges? Is that what you're telling me? You want the
Conrad,
banks to work slower?
Do you understand the whole purpose of the FedNow service? Do you remember what happened to PayPal at all?
Yeah, I still use it. It's great. PayPal is fucking awesome.
So
What are you saying?
people who are against whatever narrative got served $10,000 fine per whatever thing that they were in agreement with or whatever against PayPal, right? You remember that?
No.
That happened like what? How many months ago, Mike? About 4 or 5 months ago?
I don't know. You
I
pay
think it
attention
was
to this
last
shit
year.
instead of where the fucking heart is in the human body. So you tell me.
So the whole point of the FedNow service was that essentially the way that people are looking at this was that with this bank collapse and Chase taking over the majority of the shareholders for that bank with the government bailout, is that it goes to a private entity, but yet government controlled. A lot of people are starting to believe that a lot of these big banks are going to keep collapsing. They're going to be under one or two or three of the biggest banks in the United States, and then those are going to collapse, forcing everybody to be on the FedNow system under whatever Chase or Bank of America or even Wells Fargo, right? And the biggest issue about this that a lot of people are complaining about, the thing that people are complaining about right now is that they can utilize this system, essentially, if you are completely against what they have to say, that they can freeze your accounts and your assets like they do in China. And that currently does happen in China. It's called
an instant
They control
payment,
your
dude.
money.
It's a fucking
They
instant
control-
payment app, you fucking preppers. Jesus Christ. You guys are the biggest fucking snowflakes about this shit.
You are going to be the one
Government,
caught with your
they're coming
fucking
from my
pants
guns and my
down
money.
and your hands on your
They
head.
are. Oh my God. They
Oh
are.
my God. You guys are such snowflakes. Jesus Christ, dude.
No worries,
We're
kid.
such like rugged individualists. You guys are sure afraid of fucking everything.
What's the
Do you
most...
fucking walk outside and jump at your own shadow? Do you guys do that?
Every
when you
now
walk
and then,
outside?
it depends on how big the shadow is.
You guys are so scared of fucking everything. Like, fucking relax.
Well, I just peed
Fucking
earlier, and
relax.
I was definitely pretty scared when I saw my shadow.
FedNow is an instant payment service. The end. Fuck off with all your conspiracy bullshit. Just
Okay,
fuck off with
so
that.
let's
Jesus.
backtrack. Let's backtrack, Conrad. Does it exist?
As of April 10th, 2023, it is a thing that is going to launch in July of 2023. It does not exist yet. No.
Does the system exist?
No,
I didn't say if it was
it's going
in
to launch in
effect.
2023.
I didn't say
July
if it was
of
in effect. I
2023.
said, does it
So it
exist?
does not exist. It does not exist because it
does-
launches in 2023.
It does exist. Therefore, it will be launched. If it did not exist, then what would be launched in July? Oh my God, man! Just a small little
It's just-
thing.
you guys are so scared of everything. Oh, pebbles falling from Spain
We
are going
don't-
to drown Florida.
We don't agree with woke ideologies like you do. So yeah, because we have opposing views
so-
according to
Okay,
you,
so let's do that. Let's
right?
define woke.
Now
Since
think
you said
about
that word, let's
this.
define woke. What does woke mean?
orange
it means
mean
looking
bad.
at shit.
Orange
You're
man bad.
right wing woke. You're
Oh,
right wing
I'm-
woke like
I'm-
a motherfucker.
I'm right wing woke, even though I've stated several times that I am in the middle. And so is
oh,
Mike.
fuck off. You've stated that, but it's not true. You're hella right wing, dude.
Oh,
Sorry,
I
dude.
stated that, but
That's-
it's not true. So is that a form of gaslighting?
What?
Is that crickets that I'm hearing?
I don't think you know that. I don't think you know what that word means, dude. You use that word a lot. I don't think it
you
means what
do
you
it
think it
a
means.
lot, Conrad. Do you want me to read the terminology of what gaslighting means?
No, let's walk away from that because you honestly
Oh,
don't
let's
know
walk
what
away
fuck
from the
it
truth.
means.
Okay.
You do it
perfect.
all the
Let's move
time.
on.
You do it all the time to me. All the time. All the things you accuse me of, you do all the time.
I am
Just
going to
like
get you a
you do it
bumper
all the time.
sticker
You do it
just
all
for
the time.
this. Just for this reason. So essentially, Africa utilizes cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin, right? In this case, I believe they're heavily involved in Bitcoin at the moment. There are some other countries that use like XRP, like the UK. So their banking systems, instead of using a program like FedNow, where the government would control essentially your processing information, you have a private entity, which is what it's supposed to be, like XRP
It's an
or Bitcoin.
exchange, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. It's just an exchange of instant money transferring. Jesus Christ.
So
So you
have-
don't
can-
mind them watching everything you spend your money on.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
What am I
Conrad-
spending my
Conrad
money
is
on?
fine.
Gas, food, the internet? Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you guys so afraid of? Like, what
We
the fuck
buy
is wrong
So
with
when
you?
you
we
hit a
buy
certain
guns.
limit, when you're pumping gas and they cut the pump off because you've exceeded your limit,
That's not gonna fucking happen, you goddamn.
Oh, you mean just
fucking
like they're not
Jesus
going to shut the
Christ.
power off for all those Tesla owners? Damn, that's crazy.
They will. Okay, so even with the fucking Fed now, they will cap transfers at amounts of $500,000. So does anybody have $500,000 they're trying to fucking exchange right now? Because I don't have $500,000 fucking dollars. What the fuck are you guys doing? Like, what are you afraid of? Like, I don't understand the outrage. Let's go shoot some fucking beer cans and fucking let's get this off our chest. How about that?
Did you hear that, Mike?
We're gonna end up like Venezuela.
Conrad wants to
Oh
go
my
shoot
god!
something.
How do you people? How do you
I'm
people
down for
fucking
shooting.
Put your shoes on in the morning, like Jesus fucking Christ!
1 foot at a
Just
time.
slide 'em.
You're just afraid of
Yes.
You're so
I don't know.
afraid. You guys are afraid of everything.
You want to go
You're
shooting?
so afraid.
No, I'm really not afraid of shit. I'm
No, you
afraid for
are.
my kids. I'm afraid for my kids. Yeah,
Conrad
I'm
doesn't
afraid
have
for
any
my
kids,
kids.
so he has no reason to be
Me,
afraid.
it don't make a fuck. I ain't got that much longer left, anyways.
You're afraid
So-
of shit you don't understand. You guys are basically fucking boomers being scared of shit you don't fucking understand.
Says
That's exactly what's
someone who
happening.
reads
So
nothing.
it's just our freedoms are being taken by the fucking year.
What freedom?
Every year,
You're
more
being
and more
given an
freedom.
option
It's
to
almost by the
transfer up to
second now.
$500,000 instantly. Where's your freedom in this? Where's your freedom in this?
Who controls the transfers?
Who gives a
The
fuck?
government.
That's the
The
problem.
government.
You don't give a fuck,
you don't
Conrad.
have to use this
The
fucking
central
service, you can
bank.
fucking opt out.
The central
Jesus
bank,
Christ.
Conrad. The central bank.
Well, if
Is what
cash
Which
goes
already-
away, I mean, if
Central
cash
bank already
goes away,
controls everything.
that's an issue.
God, you guys are so fucking weird, man. Fuck. Like, listen to
I
yourselves,
feel
man.
so bad for you,
God, you're so
Conrad. I
fucking
really
weird.
do. I really do.
I feel bad
So,
for you
Conrad,
guys.
what you're saying is you've got no problem with the government controlling every little fucking thing about your life. You don't care. You don't care about that.
I don't give a fuck. My life is fine.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. So when the government starts controlling what you can and can't fucking buy and all that shit, you're not going to have a problem with it. That's cool. That's cool. That's your
I
prerogative.
don't buy shit.
Me
that would
personally,
be on.
I have a problem with them telling me how I can and can't spend my fucking money.
Oh yeah. Okay, RJ, tell me how you're gonna spend the $500,000 that they're saying is the cap limit. Go ahead, and walk me through it. Walk me through it. Your
How am I gonna spend
$500,000.
it? So if I want to go and fucking
Buy a house.
do whatever,
Buy a house
you
for
know what I mean?
500.
They're telling me
No. Let's back up. Let's back up. The $500,000 you have in your bank account right now, which is the cap limit. Tell me how they're controlling that. Tell me. Walk me through that. Your $500,000 you have right
I'm
now.
not talking about them controlling the 500,000. I'm talking about them controlling how much I spend in a day. If I go to a gas pump and I want to fill my fucking tank up, but they decide to cut me off at $40, oh, you've gone over the amount we can't allow you to have anymore.
Explain
That's
to
the
me in
problem.
your own words. In your own words, walk me through that. How the fuck does that happen?
How does that? Because if they're controlling the bank and the money,
Oh my god.
they could freeze
Oh
your
my god.
fucking
Okay, so that's
account.
the difference.
Freeze
That's
your account when you're fucking in the middle of a transaction. They could say,
That's-
"Oh, nope,
Wow.
nope, that's the limit."
How do you guys? Again, you guys are afraid of your own fucking shadow. How the fuck
Kanye West.
do you expect an economy that's already working just fucking fine? You think some fucking crazy fucking super villain at the top is gonna stop you from putting fucking 40 cents of your fucking Kia Hyundai? Like what the fuck? Whatever the fuck you got? Like Jesus Christ.
That's what's
Like,
going to end up happening. Watch.
Jesus. Oh, is it? Is it really? Tell me how.
Watch.
Tell, I'm watching.
It's
I'm
gonna end
watching.
up
I'm waiting.
happening. That's why everybody. That's why they want everybody to go to electric vehicles
guys
so
are
they can hack
fucking-
into the systems and shut down
Okay.
motherfuckers' cars.
Okay, so what I'm listening to right now, you guys remember back in school, I don't know if you guys do, if any of you guys went to fucking school. You remember back then, they used to tell, back in European times, like, the end of the world is coming. Everybody walked up on a fucking hill, sold all their private possessions, because some fucking dumbass posted on fucking Reddit or TikTok or fucking Truth, whatever the fuck it's called, and they said, you're all gonna fucking die, so sell all your prized possessions and stand on this hill and wait for this fucking comet to arrive. That's exactly what you guys are fucking doing right now.
Hey,
You're
can-
fucking batshit crazy.
Can you back up for a minute and can you explain what European times means?
Medieval times, back before. Okay, so the greatest thing that Europe ever invented was America. Before America, all of you guys and your ancestors were back in Europe. And at that time, the church controlled a whole bunch of shit, and there was a bunch of fucking religious bullshit, a bunch of crazy alarmist bullshit, a lot of end time stories. You guys remember 2012? That's another fucking one. That's way later. But there was every single fucking few years, there was somebody who said, the end times are nigh. The end times are nigh. Sell all your possessions. Sit on this hill and wait for this comet to arrive and kill us all. That's exactly what you guys are fucking doing right now. You guys are just fucking alarmist, fucking crazy, batshit motherfuckers.
How many times has the United States economy collapsed, Conrad?
0.
Zero. Zero.
What were we just talking about? Oh, wait.
There's been
Wow.
depressions. There's been recessions. There's been all kinds of shit. How many times has America completely fucking collapsed economically to the point where it's completely irreversible? You answer that one.
That.
How many times has America never recovered from an economic downturn? Explain that to me.
Oh, America's always recovered.
Goddamn right it
You
has.
can't take it out so easily.
God, again, like you guys are like the medieval fucking doomsayers.
The banks
The
did
end is
cancel
nigh.
Kanye West.
What's that?
The banks did cancel Kanye West.
Yeah, because he's a fucking goddamn crazy
No,
person.
you can't say because he's a crazy person. If the banks
Yeah, no,
have the
he's a crazy
ability
person.
to cancel someone, that means that this new federal system has the ability to cancel someone too, right? And
Oh,
and
fuck off.
it could be because of what they have to say, just like Kanye, right? So that means that they could freeze your accounts and assets because you supported Trump or you voted Republican or you said something that was against a narrative.
Oh my god. Do you really think that's gonna fucking happen? In your own brain right now, like juggle that shit
Absolutely.
around, like shake that
Absolutely.
around in that little fucking
Absolutely.
guy in your brain.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's insane. So that's the difference between me and you guys. You guys are fucking pessimist as fuck. You guys are insane.
This has been so much fun. I
You guys
have
are
to say,
batshit fucking crazy.
this has been great.
So here on Reuters, your favorite website, says PayPal says policy to fine customers for misinformation was an error, but yet they fined people $10,000 for information. And it says that they are going to pay only $2,500 in damages. Says shares of the San Jose, California-based company were down nearly 6% after the update, which PayPal said included incorrect information, sparked intense backlash on social media over the weekend. PayPal is not fining people for misinformation, and this language was never intended to be inserted into our policy, but yet someone did it anyway, just like they did with the beer can from Bud Light. We're sorry for the confusion this has caused, a spokesperson from the company said. According to several media reports last week, PayPal had published a policy update prohibiting customers from using its services for activities identified by it as sending, posting, or publication of any messages, content, or materials promoting misinformation. The new policy, which said customers could have to pay damages $2,500 for each violation, was supposed to go into effect November 3rd, reports said. PayPal's former president, David Marcus, slammed the policy in a tweet on Saturday, saying that the new policy goes against everything I believe in. And granted, PayPal started from Elon Musk. So here's the question. If PayPal can come out and change their policy without anybody knowing, saying that they can fine people for $2,500 for misinformation, so can the Federal Now service. But apparently Conrad seems to not believe that something like this is possible while the government controls your money, sees what you spend it on, and if you have anything to say against what's currently going on, there's nothing you can do about it because you'll be stuck on the side of the highway without any gas.
I got two questions, but go on.
Go ahead.
First of all, do you think cash is gonna fucking disappear magically?
Absolutely.
Wait, what? Really?
Absolutely.
Okay, wow, that's
I believe that
Yeah,
the
they're
entire
already
cash
gone.
system that we have is
already
going to
gone.
collapse.
wow.
And
Okay,
whether
so
or
let's
not it
move
gets
on to the next
replaced
one.
with cryptocurrency or it gets
Oh my
gets replaced with a
Okay,
different
first of all,
dollar.
Cryptocurrency is a fucking fad that started in like 2009 with that fucking bullshit, and it's a fucking goddamn. It's an absolute fucking Ponzi scheme. Cryptocurrency is fucking bullshit. But
Yeah.
go
Do you
on.
carry cash on you, Conrad?
Yes,
Do
I
you carry
fucking do. Yeah. My
Okay,
fucking
so you're
weed
one of
shop
very
doesn't
few
accept
people that
cards.
still carry cash. So you're
Okay.
one of very few people that still carry cash.
Okay, so
Most
I'm in one of
people
the.
use a fucking card now.
I'm in one of the fortunate.
Everything
states-
shops online. Everything is
I
fucking
don't
done with a
shop
debit
online.
card or credit card.
I don't shop online.
Everything's. I'm not saying you do. I'm saying that's what the majority of the people do. So yes, the money currency is
You don't-
going to fucking disappear, and it's going to fucking become digital.
You
Let
don't
me tell
ever
you why it
shop
isn't. Let me
online.
tell you why it isn't. Because
Come
RJ,
on now.
I have the fortunate stance of living in a liberal state that has freedom for their people, and I do have weed shops that are legal for recreational weed. They don't accept cash because federal fucking government doesn't allow them to fucking use the banking system. So
They
I have to fucking
do
take cash
accept-
out to pay for my weed.
They do
Actually,
accept cash.
there's a pot shop in Maple Valley that does accept debit cards.
I doubt that.
I
It's-
promise you,
it's not
there's a
unheard of.
fucking pot shop in Maple Valley that uses bank cards.
So
My
next
friend
time
Michelle goes there every week to go pick shit up because they use bank cards.
nope, they have ATM machines. They don't have
No.
bank cards. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Anyways, the point
All
is,
right,
next
I
time,
want
I'm going
you-
to the fucking Trappers or the Hard Rock and fucking Hard.
I want
fucking,
you,
The Rock.
RJ, I want you to see if you can go in your bank statements and screenshot from when you were at that dispensary that the
It
purchase
wasn't
was
me.
made.
It was my friend Michelle.
Oh, it was a
Michelle
friend
goes
of
there.
his.
See if
was
you
my
can
friend,
take a picture of
Michelle works there, goes there every fucking week or every other week and uses her bank card to purchase it. That is the only shop up there that allows that she has found.
Second
She's
point.
like, that's the only reason why I go to that shop is because I can just use my debit card. I don't have to pull cash out.
Second point, which goes with what JD said. So you stated a whole bunch of shit. A lot of shit went wrong. There was like all this fucking weird, crazy fucking shit that went wrong with people getting charged extra money, blah, 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 blah. But what happened is you actually read statements from those companies when they said, hey, we fucked up and we fixed it.
Yeah, that's one person going in there that was in charge of that who changed it, and people found out about it, and they just about got canceled for it. So yeah, what would you do as a business? Oh, I'm really sorry about this. Please don't leave.
You guys are still fucking crazy, dude. You guys
What
are
is
fucking
Bud
crazy
Light doing
along
right
this
now? They're
ass
fucking
in this
backtracking.
world.
They're getting canceled
world
and they're
is ended.
backtracking, right? It's the same
You
thing
guys-
that PayPal did.
How do you guys get through life thinking the world is ending all day long? Like, how do you live
I
your
don't
life
think
like that?
that the world is ending.
nobody said the
Conrad.
world
It's
is
called
ending.
No,
preparing
you
for
guys
the
are saying
future.
that all hour long. That's all you guys are saying. The world is ending.
Okay, Conrad.
all
So
you guys are fucking
let's
saying.
put this into effect. What if? And now I'm going to say this because a lot of people went cashless during COVID. Is that correct?
Sure. A lot of people order shit online. Sure.
No. I mean in stores because they didn't want to touch cash because they were afraid to get COVID. I remember several places that said, "Nope, we only take card."
Sure. Go
So
on.
now let's just say that we go to a cashless system where people start refusing to take cash and they only use their card, like RJ was saying. You only carry cash majority, but you still have money in your account, correct?
Sure.
Now, if you didn't have anywhere to spend your cash, right? Because right now, the biggest holdup that I think is, anyway, is that the federal government is trying to legalize payments through the banking system so that you can use your card to go to a dispensary and to be able to buy weed. And the biggest problem right now is that there's a lot of dispensaries that are getting held up and robbed because they are only cash, because they said, well, since it's declared a class 3 drug or narcotic or something like that, which is the lowest form, but it's still a federally illegal substance. And
Schedule
Washington-
1.
Yeah,
it's
Schedule 1. So the Schedule 1, right, it's still a federally legal substance, but it's state approved. So meaning that you can still have it, right, but federally, if an FBI were to come to your house, you can still get arrested for it because it's federally illegal to own and have, right? But if let's just say that they were able to say, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and say that we're going to legalize marijuana federally. Now, because they don't sell any hard drugs in the stores, which Mike and I have talked about in an extent of saying that, well, why don't we legalize all the drugs so that way we can get rid of all the drug dealers, right? So that way
I'm
we
with
can,
that. I'm 100%.
so that
with
way we can have pure products from laboratories that are actually designed so that way people aren't getting injured over fake products or whatever it is, right? So if they were to do that, then yeah, there'd be some kind of issue or some kind of insurance that would have to be had. But talking about marijuana, since that's the only thing as far as illegal drugs that's being sold legally in the States right now, if they were able to go to a cashless system like a bank that would actually be able to take the money for an illegal substance, since most banks are federally insured, they cannot take a cash payment system. Now, it could be a situation, too, where you're using a Cash App or some kind of way like that to pay, and someone is directly turning that into cash from the other side of the register, right? So there are ways around a cashless system. But in this instance, if they were to legalize marijuana federally, that means that now all these dispensaries are going to go to a cashless system because that would be the high priority. They wouldn't need all these security guards and all that kind of shit because what are they going to do? Steal my fucking POS machine? It's got all these card informations on it? Doesn't matter. So now you have no need to carry cash, Conrad. Now let's just say that you do something, even by accident, right? Because I understand what your views are and what our views are. They're a little bit different. We tried to prepare for things in the future. You decide that, you can fend for yourself for the most part. You don't need guns or anything like that. You don't live in a crazy like Los Angeles or San Francisco driven crime area. But
Just Auburn.
yeah, so let's just say that it goes to a cashless system and you say something by accident that could be derogatory, even just like saying, well, you're a faggot, whatever, just being funny about it, because we used to say this shit back in the 80s or 90s, and then all of a sudden they tag you for something that you said that was inappropriately because of whatever reason. Now they freeze your assets. What are you going to do?
It's not going to fucking happen because it's a fucking conspiracy theory. I just sent a link that said it's not what the fuck you're talking about. Every single point you guys are pushing, one of them actually just found out Ron DeSantis is one of the guys pushing your fucking bullshit conspiracy theory about it being a fucking what you're talking about. And all the points you just said about freezing assets, all this bullshit. Like, Jesus Christ, like you guys, seriously, the sky is falling. The sky is falling.
What
Like, you guys are insane.
Conrad, let me
But see, that's the thing, man. The government doesn't want you to freak out, so they can fucking do their bullshit. And then
It's
they
always the
cover up
government.
Yeah, it is the fucking government.
It's
It
the
ain't
fucking
just
government.
people.
They do it in
ain't
China.
just normal fucking people.
government.
Conrad,
Oh, my fucking
Mike
God.
just said exactly
Go back,
what my
run
point
back.
was. So what do they do in China right now? They have what's called a social economic score, right?
China is an authoritarian fucking system.
It
We
doesn't
don't have that
matter.
in
We're not
America.
too far away from that. You already
Oh my
said that
God,
Republicans
we're
are
bullshit. We're
authoritarians, right?
Oh,
Bullshit. We're
it's
not.
going to be a new world order.
Jesus
That's what they're
Christ.
pushing for.
Oh my God, you guys are insane. You guys are fucking batshit crazy.
So you're saying that
America
what's going
was
on in
founded-
China? You're saying that what's going on in China is not possible here.
Yes, I'm saying that because of the Constitution. You fucking goddamn retard.
Oh, so you
It's
believe
not
in the
gonna fucking
Constitution
happen
now?
here. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. You guys are insane.
So, considering that there is a constitution, how are they able to get rid of the ability to purchase AR-15 rifles?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because
Because what?
it's, Jesus.
Because it's the
fuck off.
government.
First of all, I don't give a fuck. Okay, how many fucking amendments have we amended? Okay, but
There hasn't been
Second of
any
all,
that's been
Jesus
amended,
Christ.
Conrad. There's
Do you
been
really
something
think-
that's been more. What do they call
you
that?
guys are insane. You guys are just trolling me at this point. You're just
We're
trolling me
not
for fucking
trolling,
clout.
Conrad.
You guys are
We're
trolling me
putting
for clout
out
at this
facts
point.
and possibilities. We're not saying
Facts
the what
my
ifs. We're
ass.
saying
I
when.
debunked like half the fucking air
Did
quotes
you?
facts of the
Did
bullshit
you?
you guys have been saying so far.
So your first statement was that Fed now is just a conspiracy theory. It's never going to happen. And it goes into effect July and it doesn't exist.
No, your points of it being the shit that you're saying is a conspiracy theory. It's just a payment system. It's a fucking payment system for fuck's sake.
That who
Jesus
controls?
Christ.
That who controls?
Oh, slippery. Okay, sorry. Slippery slope. I forgot. Your God Almighty is the slippery slope. As you guys are conservatives, everything's a slippery fucking slope. If this happens, then that'll happen. If this happens, then that'll happen.
So
if this happens, then that'll happen.
the central banking system would control the FedNow system. Is that correct? Yes or no?
I sent a link from centralbanking.com that fucking debunks what the fuck you said.
Okay, so they're saying that they're not in control of the FedNow system, is what you're saying.
And click that fucking link because you're gonna fucking get me on some I gotcha fucking bullshit. Even though fucking the heart is in the center of your fucking chest, you're gonna get me on some fucking bullshit. And pee is not stored in the fucking balls, despite what you learned as a child.
PETA is stored on the sidewalk, and they have large signs that say "Do not kill the animals for inhumane
PETA is a
reasons."
fucking retard ass fucking goddamn extremist group. Fuck
I miss
PETA.
them.
Fuck PETA.
I really miss them.
Fuck PETA.
It gave me more entertainment than looking at this woke bullshit. That's for sure.
Okay, again, woke. You're fucking right woke, dude. You're hella right woke, dude.
Hella right woke,
Admit it.
dude.
You're right
Hella.
woke, dude.
No, you're
Not
so
even-
far fucking right.
You're like
Man, the steering wheel's going to break.
you're hella hecka right woke, dude. Like
Yeah, well, my
Because you're
turn
not
radius
making any
ain't
sense.
very sharp then, buddy.
you guys make no sense. Okay, so
no
the link
sense.
I sent says
You're a
the
sheep.
Fed's. It is neither a form of currency nor a step towards eliminating any form of payment, including cash. Fuck off, dude. Central bank right there. Boom. Central bank.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
hey, Mike, do you believe that?
Of course he doesn't, because you guys are fucking snowflakes who fucking
Mike's not
are scared of their own
Republican.
shadows.
Mike's not Republican. You said
Neither am I.
you.
I said
oh,
right wing.
Yeah, right wing is Republican. That's a slang term
No,
for
it's not.
Republican.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You took that as a right wing term. Don't tell me what your pronouns are. You're conservative. You guys are all conservatives. I can tell because you're afraid of any type of change of any kind.
Oh, I'm
You
not
guys are
afraid
all
of
fucking
change. I'm afraid of government overreach is what I'm afraid of, and you should be too. But apparently you
No,
like the government telling you
not.
what to do.
I don't give a fuck because
He's a
it's
sheep. He's
it
a fucking
protects me-
Baja
it
lamb.
protects me from crazy people like you. I seriously, I can't believe like I'm the one okay, you guys have to give me some credit. I'm the one guy besides I'm not going to mention his government name, besides the other person in the group who's not here right now,
You're
who
welcome, by
doesn't
the
agree
way.
with your guys' bullshit.
You are welcome, by the way. I'm the one who added him.
I appreciate that because Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking
He was
Christ.
feeling so alone. He was feeling so alone there,
Oh
Mike.
no, I don't give a fuck, dude. I'm a honey badger, motherfucker. Honey badger don't give a damn. Fuck you guys and your bullshit conspiracy theories.
So,
Jesus Christ.
So what are you
Let's
gonna
stop saying
do?
I'm gaslighting. You're the one gaslighting me half the fucking time.
So what are
and
you
you
gonna?
admit
Okay,
it
so
to
when
it,
it
JD.
fucking happens,
admit it to it.
Conrad, we'll just tell you we told you so.
Well,
You
I'm
know
not even
what?
gonna say that. I'm gonna
If
say
you
how
have
can I
enough
help you?
money to pay for your phone bill at the time when they seize your fucking goddamn finances, please text me that you told me so.
No, I'm just going to drive up to
Jesus
your house.
Christ.
Or
Are you
If
though?
you've got
pedal.
enough gas to
How
do
are you gonna
so.
do that without any gas? How are you gonna do that
I'm
without
a
any fucking
pedal,
gas?
pedal with the
From
bicycle.
fucking Texas? From fucking Texas? Good luck, son.
Hey,
You're gonna die halfway
You'd be,
through El Paso.
you'd be a surprised motherfucker at how far I could go.
Yeah,
okay.
you know what's the last set of stairs you walked down?
Damn.
Actually, just walk.
You're
Yeah.
body
Yeah,
shaming?
that's what I thought.
You're
That's what I
body
thought.
shaming, Conrad. How
Yeah,
dare
that's
you
right.
body
shame me all
shame?
the time. You guys body shame me all the time. It's fair play.
I don't body shame you. What are you talking about?
Oh, really? Oh, now I'm getting gaslit. Now that's literally gaslighting. That is literally gaslighting because, okay, JD, take
Uh-huh.
notes. This is gaslighting.
Take notes.
I said something you guys have said all the time,
Uh-huh.
and you just said we never say that shit.
I
That
said
is gaslighting.
I said I myself. You understand what that singular word means, right? Me.
No, that's a pronoun.
Yeah, I
I-
said you guys. I
Oh,
said you
pronoun,
guys.
I
and said
forgot.
As a collective group, because it's me against you guys. It's
Yeah,
me
but
against you
what
guys
do
the entire time.
Okay, so,
So
let
you're
me
a collective.
okay, let me put this in your terms then, guy. Is when most women, right? Most, not all women. I said most women say that all guys are assholes. Are you in that category?
No.
Okay then. So how am I in that fucking category? I didn't body shame you, gaslighter.
That was actually gaslighting as well. That right there was gaslighting as well because you compartmentalized one single thing
When did I
and you ignored all the other things you say all the fucking
when
time.
did I body shame you, Conrad? Name one time.
That was the topic, was body shaming, not fucking
No,
everything
that's
else.
gaslighting as well. You guys are compartmentalizing one thing. What you're
That was
the
what we
actual,
were talking about.
Hold on. The one argument is the argument is I put you guys into one group.
I'm not in one group.
And you guys pick out one single thing that I said.
The
and
only
you
thing.
militarize on that.
The
That
only
It was
thing.
the
Gaslighting.
only thing.
It was the
It was the
only
only
thing.
thing. That
Yeah,
was the
sure,
topic,
sure
was
was,
body
sure it was.
shaming.
Okay, hey, how bright are these gas lamps right now? They seem really dark. I could have sworn they were a lot brighter before. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Now you guys are full of shit. You guys are full of shit, and you're a bunch of fucking scared ass snowflakes, and you're calling me the fucking crazy person. That part's fucking insane.
Conrad,
That's
the only
completely fucking insane.
reason why we keep bringing up these issues, which they're social issues, they're currently going on in other countries besides our country, which is still a
Oh wait, you
possibility.
acknowledge there's other countries as an American? Wow, that's a first for me.
So China's not another country? Are you saying
I'm
that
going
China's
to
not another
Americans.
country?
Most Americans don't believe there's countries outside of America. It's just the outside world.
And I'm most American. So now you're lumping me into another group.
I am lumping
Yeah.
you.
So I guess we're going back to the original subject that we were talking about, which is gaslighting, right?
which you don't understand, and I explained.
Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the abuser attempts to sow self-doubt and confusion in their victims' minds. Typically, gaslighters are seeking to gain power and control over their other person by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition. That is the actual term
every
of gaslighting.
conversation you guys have had with me, every single conversation. Every single conversation.
So when you
exactly
say that I am body shaming you because you say all of you guys, that means including me, because I would be categorized in this all group, right? And I've never body shamed you. Is that considered gaslighting? Yes or no?
It's not.
Ah, okay. All right.
It's lumping you into a category.
That's just what I said, right?
Nope, it's not.
Okay. Just making sure. I just want to make sure my adjectives and what do they call that? My action words are correct.
Pronouns.
Hey JD, where's the
pronouns.
heart located?
So right now, as I've currently done some investigation, it is center left. That's why I brought this up in the first place. And
well, guys, it's been great, but I got to go. I'll see y'all later.
All right, RJ. Thanks, buddy.
See ya.
It's good having you on,
sir.
man.
Yeah, it was great. Shit, I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right, man.
Later.
Not if the government talks to you first. Oh.
So, Cadence states, I'll let you know now that that's my dad you're picking at, and if you think Floridians are crazy, keep picking at my dad, and you're going to find out. So she just gave you the fat vote.
And I responded, Google Florida man, and then tell me Floridians are not fucking crazy.
She just gave you the FAFO statement. She said, "Fuck around and find out." Or she,
oh really? So
or she
now
could
she's
have been
gonna fucking pull a gun on me?
Or she could have been like the "Cash me outside." How about that? But that's more southern. I don't think that's Florida.
I think that's redneck. I don't think that's southern.
I don't know where that fucking girl was from, but she started her own OnlyFans. And she made a lot of money. Well, yeah, it's all over TV.
Oh, you watch TV?
She was on Jerry Springer. I like watching Jerry Springer.
I remember the original, yeah.
Jerry Springer and
Dr. Phil.
Steve Wilkos. Yeah, Dr. Phil.
Oh, it was Dr. Phil. It was Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil's not even an actual doctor. He doesn't even have a doctorate degree.
He's not. He's a piece of shit, and he fucking spouts bullshit, just like this fucking
psychological
Federal
warfare.
Reserve Fed now bullshit that you guys are spouting.
Which actually exists.
It does exist, but it's not what you think it is, and it's not going to become what you think
It's
it is.
exactly
And when
what I
it
think it
does,
is.
text me. When it does.
Oh, it's exactly what I think it
text me.
is. And I probably won't have any rights when that happens. All right, so the next topic of discussion was, I think we had already mentioned this briefly, which was the CEO is getting forced to resign. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon to be deposed in lawsuits over former client Jeffrey Epstein. So there was a attorney general that was currently investigating the relationship between JP Morgan Chase and Epstein, and found out that Epstein did all his bankings through Chase. And when this attorney general was doing her investigations, Biden just so happened go to, I think it was Bahama Islands, I believe it was, the Bahamas. And
Caribbean.
Was it Caribbean? I can't remember what island it was.
Go on.
But she resigned shortly after, during that investigation, or she was fired, one of the two.
I wish we could have one topic that we could actually put our powers together, because every one of us has a very distinct kind of point of view and very good analytical skills, despite what you guys say about me. Fuck you. But I just wish we could find one topic where we can both all agree on something and fucking drill down on it.
There's many good topics, Conrad. There's many good topics.
Yeah. That's a quick aside.
Gaming,
let's go on. I apologize. Please go on about the Jefferson.
Oh, I'm not too worried about it.
Go on.
You know, I appreciate your what do they call it? Passion. I appreciate your passion, because you don't want to be proven wrong. Even if you are right, I won't gaslight the fact that you are right. I will tell you, yeah, that is correct.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up for today.
Okay.
This is ironic as fuck, but I'm fine being proven wrong. But you guys continue to fail.
Well, everyone.
All right, guys. It's been great. I'm JD.
I'm Mike.
I'm the lefty.
It's been awesome. Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
We hope that we entertained you plenty tonight. I understand that our topics are a little bit off cuff, but we try to keep things as real as possible. Yes, we are passionate people, but again, if you have something that you want to talk about and you have something that you're just as passionate about that we can get riled up about, post it in the comments. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
It's been fun.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.